Hello, everybody. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV. For some reason, this intro just freezes every time. I don't know what's going on, but listen, we cut that off. We're ready for a match. Ready for a build-up. 1 hour before kickoff. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, anywhere you are watching around the globe. We got the mighty win. We got Gary, of course, the usual suspects for the live
Hey.
match build-up and commentary. Don't forget, after full time, we're gonna give you the match reaction, instant match reaction, where you can come on, have your say, have your piece and so on and so forth. But before that, we must start from zero, and is the build-up, the lineups, the opinions, the reaction to the 11 that Eddie Howe is putting out on the pitch. Also react a little bit on what Brentford can bring to the table if anything's changed. Um, well, good morning. Well, good morning for me. 8 in the morning, 2 p.m. in the UK right now. Mighty Win and Gary with the Christmas spirit as I am. Modern Christmas spirit. Oh, actually, always been red and white. So Mighty Win is the only one worried about red and white, man. We don't give a shit, man. It's Christmas. But good morning, everyone. How's it going, Mighty Win? You brought out the old shirt. You got the dog because you seen the lineup and you're shaking in your boots and you're muted, by the way.
Cracked the dog open when I saw the lineup.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So now
Exactly.
I've
crazy.
got a cup of tea, and I hope he's from Blythe does the job.
You might or you
Ah,
might not. But well, good morning, Gary. How you doing?
very good. Yeah, I was really excited. I've been watching the 12:30 kickoffs in the lower league to see how this unfortunately storm Dara is going to affect the game, and Port Vale's ground, which is obviously low roofed and everything else.
Wow.
When the ball goes up in the air, it's swirling like a good one. But
Well,
according to the guys, the journos that have been on X this morning, have already turned around and said it's not so bad down there. There's when the gust of wind comes, yet it comes and you can feel it. But generally, during the times before the gusts come up, it should be a very good match because it's obviously very slick with all the rain that they've had. It was continually to rain,
One word to
but
use for it.
yeah.
exactly.
Slick.
But
Uh,
I mean, it should be good. It should be good.
First and foremost,
No,
thank you
one
so
one of
much
the
to.
journals has said that there's standing water on the pitch.
Well, hold on. Thanks. First and foremost, thank you to Random Access for gifting 5 memberships. Lovely, mate. Thank you so much for your kind support. You support the channel every week. Appreciate that. It's going to Warrior. It's going to Stephen NUFC. It's going to Don Milburn. Look at that, Don Milburn.
God, Milburn.
Oh,
Cadet and Matt Thompson. So thank you so much, Random Access. And please, if you are one of the lucky ones that got a membership, please consider renewing your membership. It helps us a lot and it helps us keep the channel going. So thank you, all of you. I see Boki in the chat. I see Lee McFarlane, Tiger Studios, who I'm sure we're gonna see and hear of after the game. We got a lot of people. Mighty Mag, of course, AG, Beer Viking. Everybody's in the building for this wonderful match against Brentford. Against Brentford is in the Midlands.
No, it's
Oh,
London.
it's in London, isn't it?
mm.
Yeah, I always thought it was London, but okay. Well, we're gonna play against the
London,
Bees.
Chelsea, and Fulham.
We're gonna play against the Bees down there, and
We're gonna get stung.
do you really think so? But I mean, I know you
Yeah.
believe in long stuff, but you're the only one, so you would lose that you would lose it by a landslide if you went to have a voting. But I mean, I'm more worried that we've made changes. Even Harvey Barnes, I trust Harvey Barnes, but could it be the game for him?
Oh well, this
Well,
is your love child, man. Come on,
it is. Well, it is, but
a
I'm
bit of support,
objective.
a bit of moral
I'm
support.
I'm objective, not like you. I'm objective. I don't just think with my feet, man. I think with my head.
But you're
So
objectionable.
yeah, and so, but first of all, let's just go with, and please let us know your opinion about the lineup. And folks, help me star some good comments um, so we can bring them up in a minute. But let's show Brentford's lineup right now. And just to go over it, Flecken at goal. It looks like a line of three. Again, this can change at any time. So, but the participants will be the same: Vandenberg, Collins, Pinnock, Mbeumo on the left on the right side of things. Yarmouk, Norgard, Lewis Potta, and Carvalho up front. Well, actually, not up front, but you got Thiago and Wissa up front as well. So there you go. That is Brentford. Anybody other than Mbeumo that we think we need to be careful with?
Dan's God.
Without
That
a
then,
doubt.
then But who was that? Norgard.
Dansgaard. He's a good player. Plays number 10 for them. Plays into the holes.
Where's
Really good player.
Where's he on the pitch?
Do you not call Dansgaard just
No. I
Mikael
said
Damsgaard?
no. I said
Oh, sorry,
Norgard. Norgard.
Norgard. Sorry, I thought
There
you
you
said
go.
Damsgaard.
Yeah, so he's not playing. But you know, if you say he's good, I don't know why he's not playing unless he's injured.
It's probably because, like I say, this is what I was saying about the Wednesday weekend lineups. You know what I mean? Sometimes these guys just they look at their star players and they overprotect them to a degree, which is what I was saying yesterday. It's a case of the lads who go and played training on the Friday, manager will go up to and have a look at, and if there's any soreness anywhere, wrap up in cotton wool,
Yeah.
especially if he's one of the star players.
All right, and last but not least, straight to it. The 11 for Newcastle United: Nick Pope, Dan Burn, Fabian Schär, Livramento, Hole. Same 11, same back four that have been playing forever. Guimaraes, Longstaff on the right, Joe Linton on the left. This is pretty much the midfield that has been playing for the majority of times in the last 2 years, really. So that's that midfield. Question Longstaff, but I question Eddie Howe more, and we'll see. How many minutes did Longstaff play against Liverpool? Would be interesting to know. Um,
13 minutes, wasn't it?
yeah, and then up front you got Harvey Barnes, Alexander Isak, and Murphy. Murphy staying in the starting 11. The surprise is Gordon off for Harvey Barnes. Um, well, look, I will appreciate the reasoning of fatigue. I'm still not buying that horse yet. So I'm looking
Well,
at the hoofs. I'm looking at the tail. I'm looking at the hair on it.
you got the hoof doctor in.
Yeah.
The other
So
one we've got a question as well. Let's just throw this one into the mix. And again, I'm not saying it is. I'm just throwing it into the mix. The person who likes the ball played over the top is Gordon. The person who likes the ball played to feet is Barnes. So if we've got a problem with the weather where we're going to be playing the ball along the floor a lot more times, is that going to benefit Gordon or Barnes? So I think that could be potentially a tactical thing because of the weather. Rather than up over the top, if the ball's being held up by the wind, let's get it along the floor.
well, mighty win.
Interesting.
It could be. I mean, when you go to play in altitude, you got to know. This is known in South America and known even in Mexico. When you go play Mexico, the altitude of when you shoot the ball, it doesn't come down. It just shoots in a straight arrow, basically. So you got to adjust to that. Obviously, players are not used to the altitude. They're short of breath quickly. So all that stuff. I think that's a drastic environment change. Don't know, I mean, how is going on as far as the winds in England at the moment. So I wouldn't really.
We've got a hurricane blowing here at the minute. Well, by our standards, a hurricane.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Storm
Well,
Dara.
if that's the case, you should probably have the match. If that's the issue, the hurricane is a problem because we certainly wouldn't have a match whilst that would be going. But well, I mean, are you content with this lineup? I don't know. I can't. I still, all the reasonings to me don't add up for Longstaff to start over Tonali. Tonali's the best player, in my opinion, in the last 5 performances since he's been given the opportunity to kick the ball for Newcastle, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. Harvey Barnes, it could just be a different way of doing it. I mean, Gordon is good, obviously. Hasn't been performing great this season, but you would assume that you're going to give the highest paid player an opportunity to go on and get it done. Harvey Barnes to me is just another a different type of player, and don't disagree much. I I still would put Gordon, but I'm kind of in the middle with that one. So, and by the way, what I said about Longstaff is nothing against Longstaff, nothing against the lad, and nothing against them. It's about the change, and it's about tonality in. Simple as that. So, mighty win. You got the dog out. You got everything out.
No, I haven't got the dog out. I've got the dog waiting to do the
Well,
rescue dog.
exactly. So, are you sold on the lineup yet?
No, I'm not sold on it at all. But there again, I wasn't sold on Wednesday, and I wasn't sold on it on the week before that. Sorry, the Arsenal game.
You weren't sold on it on Wednesday. What would you have changed on
Sorry,
Wednesday?
I'm
Other
talking
than
about the Arsenal. It was the last midweek game before the last one when I was walking up when I did the thing. The stand or fall by the result, and we got a great result against Arsenal. Good result against Liverpool. Let's hope we get a good result today.
Well, yeah, we all know that, man. But
Justify his decisions. We'll see what
we
happens. But
we can't.
again, like we said the other day, Premiership football today is not about 11 players. It's about the squad. So you've got to use the squad. And as lots of people have said in the past as well, how they're gonna get experience if they don't play, etc., etc., etc. So, put them on, give them a chance to shine, see what happens. And
I
if
mean,
you're
there's a
going to
lot.
do that, you're
I think you're
better off
gonna.
doing it.
I
Better off
think.
doing it against these teams than
Yeah,
doing
but
it against the top teams.
that reason, I think you can only use for Barnes because Barnes hasn't given the opportunity as of late. Longstaff
Barnes
comes
has
on all
been
the
given
time,
the opportunity.
not to start.
Yes, yes.
When's the last time Harvey Barnes started?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but he started twice this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, twice this season. What do you mean twice
But
this
yeah, well,
season, man?
we've only played 14 games. He's been dogs both times he started.
Okay, but he hasn't been lately, so you
Well,
could
he's
use that
starting now,
excuse.
so you've got your wish.
I don't have a wish. I hope my wish would have been play the same 11. That's my wish. My point to you is you can only use that excuse to give the squad the opportunity with Murphy in this particular instance. Longstaff always plays, always has been starting. Now Murphy, on the other hand, if you want to use that up that the same theory,
Longstaff's been
Almira,
starting, except when
sorry,
the games were lost.
if Murphy if you use the same theory that you're talking about, give players opportunity, you would start Almiron over Murphy, but that's not the case. It's got to be, and I guarantee you, Eddie's going to talk about
Well, no,
people
but
getting tired of things.
Almiron's almost certainly on his way, isn't he? I think that's the reason for that.
Well, we shall see.
I mean, people are saying, the potential about burnout and stuff like that. I mean, it's 14 games into a season of 38. That's not even bringing in cup games or European competitions. So, if we were in Europe, then I could agree with that. But we're not in Europe, and we're only in one cup competition as we speak. So, burnout.
I will
I
never agree
seriously
with that.
can't see
I
that.
will never agree with burnout. But what the hell is burnout, man? You're a footballer. This is why people the you can act about fatigue, being tired, because that happens all the time. People complain about going to international games and going to Australia to play a friendly game and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But this is the Premier League. This is what you want to do since you were born. You're a millionaire overnight. What burnout are you talking about, man? These are young lads. Never. I will never agree with that. Burnout means you're tired of what you're doing. Not exhausted, not fatigued. You're tired of what you're doing. And I could never. I could see that of Trippier. I'm just burnt out, man. Doing this back to back. I got personal problems. That's not freaking. Barnes or Tonali or you know what I mean. It makes zero sense, man. I
That's
agree with burnout
quite
and
funny.
Kelly. Yeah, yeah, I like that one. That's a good one, beer ranking.
Different sort of
Typical
burnout.
beer.
Typical
Yeah,
beer.
typical beer.
All right. Well, look.
Love it.
Let's give people their flowers and bring in their
Sharp
comments.
as a marble, I will be.
Give them the comments. Menzel Hensel's afternoon. WTF is how doing bringing Longstaff and Barnes in. Are you effing kidding me? Both have been dog s. I'm so off with this. I have a lot of bleeps. A lot of bleeps on that one. But well, like I said, I don't know, man. I'm just tired of dealing with this every week, man. I wish we had a manager. Just that's what makes sense. Boki, let's hope the wind blows our way with that team selection. Well put. Well put there. Tobias Matson, Sean Longstaff hat trick incoming. We can only hope for and dream for. Niall Powell, Eddie back to the rubbish selections again. Well, there you go. Tiger Studios, Liverpool game pampered over the cracks. People need to wake up. How is Donkey? Well, I don't know. I don't know about that either. But I think when we go to one extreme to the other extreme, we don't do anything. I think we need to try to be as objective as we can. You know what I mean? Is you got to be grounded. I think Eddie Howe is an intelligent lad. Uh, he's a good manager now. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Boki, let's hope the ball stays up in the air for 90 minutes. There you go.
You see, the other thing you got to think of, in the middle of the park is where a majority of the football's going to be played, and down the wings, I want battlers. I want people that are going to go battling and hunting for the ball. And the biggest problem for me, Tonali, has been, as I saw again on Thursday, on Wednesday, was one of the hunters for the ball.
One of the
He
hunters,
was the one.
absolutely.
He
He
was
did
the
that
one that
before.
will go looking for the ball.
He's
You
been
ain't going to
doing that,
get
man.
that from Sean
Sean
Longstaff.
Staff. Sean Staff.
Yeah,
Exactly.
short
He-
stuff.
He's
Yeah,
been doing that. Tonali, that's what he's a dog man. He runs after the ball all the time. And I feel like that intensity he's always going to be needed. But
And I'll tell you what, Noel, for the number of tackles that Tonali puts in, very, very few yellow
a
cards.
foul, exactly.
Very
And actually,
few yellow
remember
cards.
that the last yellow card he got against it was a home game, and me and Gary said, "Man, that can't not be a yellow card. He barely even. It's a tactical, just a little shove with his body, and you know what I mean. So,
he got a yellow card against Liverpool, didn't he? Because of
oh, did he?
yeah, he
Oh, he
dragged
got
Jones back. There was a little bit of a tango,
tango.
and I mean it was 50-50. But what I love about
No,
Tonali is the fact that he then decided to really drag him across the park,
Yeah,
and it started 50-50, but it was 75
very
25 at
strong,
the end.
very strong lad, by
but
the way.
again, that
Yeah, yeah.
if you remember the time that happened, Gary, that was definitely one for the team. That because if
Oh,
he'd
absolutely.
got away, they were absolutely, we had nobody on on it was our side of the pitch at the time,
Yeah.
on the eastern side,
All right,
and
more comments.
he would have been away.
Yeah,
More comments. More comments from the people coming in. Leave us your comment. Let us know what you think about the lineup on your screen. And let me remind you: Pope, Byrne, Shar, Livramento, Hall. In the midfield, Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and Longstaff. Up front, Isak, Harvey Barnes for Gordon and Murphy in the squad as well. Jake Kirkton says it being wet helps Gordon defenders slip more, and the ball zips off the grass, so could be a
Yeah,
benefit too. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
purely
whether the ball
rotation
goes
for
over the
Gordon.
top, isn't it? It's whether the ball goes over the top because of the wind. That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing, though, because it almost looks like there's something against Longstaff. There's only two changes by Longstaff and Barnes. It feels like, but Harvey Barnes, you can say, well, let's try his ability to get off players, to beat them off the dribble, cut inside, and shoot. That's because he can do that. We still don't know what Longstaff does. If you tell me Longstaff is a proper defender, he's in the middle. He whacks everybody that gets near our defense. And I tell you, well, that's a tactical move. I know what he's doing, but I still don't know what Longstaff does other than run around and look. Like I said, it's nothing against Longstaff. It's just we are missing on the best player cannot be on the bench. Never. I've never seen a manager do that. Never. And maybe he doesn't think Tonali is the best player, which is more worrisome, in my opinion. Beer Viking. Everyone knows the wind doesn't blow in Italy. There you go. Niall Powell, aka Nihilator. How are midfield three going to get used to each other if he keeps changing? Well, that's another point as well. How are we supposed to get used to Tonali Bruno if we keep switching them? That's a fair point right there. That the mighty win is ignoring because he knows he's going to lose that battle.
I think
Uh,
the other thing
No,
you got to think of
I agree with him.
yeah.
it's the first time in a long time that we've actually seen a natural six. I mean, okay, it was more of a fluid system that he played, but it was a natural six formation with Tonali sitting, and again, never looked in any trouble. We never looked like we'd lost that midfield battle. And that's what it was on Wednesday. It was a battle against two technical sides, and I honestly believe if it wasn't for our midfield on Wednesday, would we have got the draw? I mean, I'm not saying we won the game, but would we have got the draw? And that's what you've got to ask yourself. What does our three midfielders bring to the game? And like I said, when you've got conditions that are allied against you, like I keep saying, you want your technical players because it'll be your technical players that will see the ball to pass through to the channels, to the feet. If it goes in the air constantly, then it's just going to be a free for all. And like I say, these type of games will suit the lesser team, so it adds back a little bit of of momentum towards Brentford if you're going to go down them channels where you're taking the technical elements out of the game and bringing in the natural elements, which is the weather. So,
Mhm.
like I say, to me now, it's more favouring Brentford as we speak.
Wow, interesting. Let me go and welcome first time seeing Wira. And it looks like Edison from Atalanta, maybe in the picture. Says, I am a Chelsea fan. Oh, there you go, Chelsea fan, but I'm surprised you guys didn't push hard for either Gehi or Chalaba. I didn't pity your defense because, yeah, you're stuck with Dan Burn. Well, there you go. Look, that's how people outside look at us. And well done, Weir, because I agree with you. But Gehi, well, we pushed for Gehi though. He just, they just didn't want to sell him. And
Chalobah wouldn't have gone anywhere
Chalaba, we
near.
we were linked, but I'm not sure it was.
Nah.
How is Chalaba doing though right now? Stop lying. See, Chelsea fan trying to get a few quid. You know what I mean? But no, no, no. Chalaba, how is he performing though? That's interesting.
Well,
Uh,
is it? Where's he now?
he's at Chelsea though. He's still at Chelsea, isn't he? No, he
Yeah,
went
He's out on
to
loan, isn't he?
Palace.
went to London
Yeah.
Palace. Yeah. He went along to Palace. Thomas Boy, top manager Longstaff till Eddie. What? Top manager Longstaff till Eddie does what I don't like is Eddie think Bruno is top six. Yet Tonali has shown he's a real six because Bruno doesn't defend. All right, Thomas, you give me a headache on that one, man. You give me a reset.
I
Uh,
tell you what was interesting now, Chris. Your mate Tosin Bayoyo, as you call him. Yeah, that's the
Aderibioyo.
one. Looking to go out on loan in January. He went to Chelsea,
And
obviously for the famous move,
he messed
and
up.
he's messed up big style.
And that should be an example to most lads, man. I'm telling you. Waldo, how can Bruno start every game and not Tunali? Who
Yeah.
is the better player? A clear week after today as well. Well, the better to me is Tonali at this point. And it's starting to make me wonder where Bruno is all that in a bag of chips. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, sorry, Bruno is a talented lad, but it's clearly Tonali when he's on the pitch, he's different sauce, man. We thought Bruno was different sauce. Menzel, we had our best performance of the season against Liverpool. And then the very next game, our two best performers get dropped from the squad. How is a joke? He needs to go. I don't agree with Gordon being one of our best performers. He scored because if he didn't score, it would have been two sitters, incredible sitters that he would have missed. He scored a good goal, good cutting inside. But other than that, I don't think Gordon was one of our top performers. I do agree with Tonali though. Um, Look, he'll use the exhaust thing. We kind of debated it yesterday, man. It just didn't make sense for me and win, but from the coach's perspective, it might make sense. And so we just agreed to disagree. Lars, man, we haven't been seeing. Remember Armeet? Armeet hasn't been showing up no more. He was the mighty win uh, debater in the morning shows. Lars says, couldn't see Wednesday's match. Hope to see some of the same energy that everyone talked about from that match. But with the swaps, I wouldn't be surprised to be served another Crystal Palace performance. See, but you see, this is what he does. Maybe when you think the everything is roses, but the people are speaking, man. As soon as something like this happens, the people rise and speak the truth, man. Are you gonna tell them that they're lying, that they're doom and gloom, that they are over dramatic? Because
Nope.
they're no, because
Because
you've
I
seen it.
agree with him.
You've seen it, man. So there we go. We got more comments though. Tugger Studio, how we meant to get Europe when we have Howe still in charge. Well, there you
We'll have to
go.
see what happens.
Gary D. Longstaff. There's a lot of closing down that people don't see. The only positive I see when Gordon comes on, his speed will work well against tired legs. All right. Trolls. The excuse from Howe will be he is tired, and for me, that's because he is the same level as Bruno and Joe. They call him the machine, and that isn't for nothing. Let me see more comments of people. Well, we're gonna save some comments there because people are still going. So let us know what you think. Gavin Fuller there. If Tonali wanted to play, what is this doing for his confidence? Well, it's certainly an up and down thing, isn't it? I mean, yeah. I mean, players want to play. By the way, it's this thing. Only if they're injured, they don't do. They say, oh, I don't want to play, or the Isak thing. I don't know who decided who he's coming off though against was it Crystal Palace? But people did blame him, and well, it is what it is. But
I
for the
mean,
most part, players want to play.
the only possible excuse you've got, and like I said, and I am scratching my head here when I say that because he's on the bench. If during that cramping episode there's a couple of muscle fibers that have torn, you can say, potentially you've got fine reason to give him a break because they need to repair. You'll need to go through a little bit of infrared and warmth and everything else. But he's on the bench today, so you can rule out obviously issues with that. I mean, obviously cramp comes with individuals at certain times. It's it is a horrible thing to have, and some players have the lactic acid build up a lot quicker than others. I mean, being ex-military, you know all about it. Sometimes you get guys that just cramp up for cramping up's sake. I mean, it is what it is, but. I can't understand. Like I say, you've got an element now where you could put aside. I understand people saying about Gordon coming on with tired legs and him getting behind, and to a point, and I agree with that to a degree. But if you've got lads that are tired from the Wednesday game, for me, it's the mentality side of it. You've got a bunch of lads that can go out there and get the win or get the goals that you need, and then shut up shop later. There's enough players on that bench away from the normal, Longstaff, Harvey Barnes that can come on and do a job as well.
Yeah. James Birch, sorry, Chris. I watched Simon Jordan's interview, and Eddie Howe looked like a nervous man, and admitted with PSR we can't break the top four. I sent that his job with players to break that option. And then he says, James, sorry, Chris, I have dyslexia, so my spelling may not come out right. No, we get your point, man. No worries. I didn't watch the interview, by the way. I don't watch football channels, so that's kind of a weird thing. But I watched Gordon Ramsay, Kitchen Hat Nightmares, the hoof the not hoof the twat, but hoof
The hoof doctor.
the hoof doctor. And I've been watching a lot of space shows, man. But did you know Venus is just like Earth, but you can't go there because it's like 600 degrees in heat. Crazy, man. But it's very similar. And we're gonna go to Mars, though. We're gonna go to Mars. We got the budget already. We got the budget. We got the budget. But I fall asleep to that stuff. But look, I don't know if you guys watched the interview.
Here's the thing, right? I've just got Ian CR25, and this is the trouble with what's happening with the Newcastle fan base at the minute. I'd rather be a happy clapper than a bedwetter trolls. You never see anything positive. But it's like the whole world right now. It seems as though you've got to be on one side or the other. There's no rational happy medium. People are embedded to one way of thinking or another way of thinking. Life's not like that, man. There's nuances and there's grades between the two. So yeah, I'm a happy clapper, yes, if you like, because I want Eddie to succeed and I want the team to do well, and everything that goes along with that. But for example, today, that doesn't mean that I necessarily agree with every decision he makes.
Well, I agree.
It's just what it is. Now, the bottom line is, last season was so what effect it had on the team by having to play the same players week after week after week, 10 games in 30 days, and it killed our season. And yet we're still, when we started getting a couple of them back, we still managed to finish seventh, which in all but 2 of the last 15 seasons would have got to European football.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, I think what's getting.
So here he is. This time he's obviously decided to try and utilize the full squad so that doesn't happen again. In the knowledge that if things are turning out, if things are going pear shaped, you can bring them off the bench.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen anywhere, man. Like I said, that doesn't. The top best players don't come off. Haaland doesn't come off. No matter how many games you play, the top players don't talk to me about Foden, man. Foden is just it's a wild card for Pep. those players don't come off. And that is the problem because, to me, Tonali in the midfield, you take him off. It's a big change in the midfield. A big change. It's not just taking Murphy off.
I agree.
So we're going to get to that. But by the way, we just got, hold on.
You're preaching to the converted.
Right. So just in, we got Eddie Howe speaking of the Brentford match in the stadium right now in London. So let's take a listen to what he had to say about the lineups and everything else, all the changes. So let's take a listen to Eddie Howe.
Thriller midweek against Liverpool. You said you need to refuel, regroup, and go again.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. I think big shift for the lads this week. We've had games with big outputs physically, so we've made a couple of changes. We hope that freshens us up to a degree. But our bench is going to be really important as well today. So I think we've got a really strong-looking bench to hopefully move into when we need to.
We were possibly expecting more changes with your sort of hints midweek after that game. Just the two, so Longstaff and Barnes coming in. What's the thinking with those two?
Well, I think it's always a delicate balance when you change the team because you want to bring fresh legs, fresh minds into the team, but you don't want to disrupt the balance. So we've gone for the two. I just think we had to look at the other players that were coming in and their fitness and make right decisions on them. Tritz has been ill. Callum's only just returned. So I do think we were handicapped to a degree. But that's why I say the bench is really important today because those lads need to be ready.
There you go. So that was Eddie Howe's comments about the changes. Interesting. It's about fitness. And he highlights the bench as being very important for us. Of course, it's going to be important. You got the best players on the bench. So do we expect this? Because there was no changes until later in the game for Liverpool. And I praised that because I thought Eddie didn't have to make a change. And he didn't. And we actually kept going, scoring, equalizing, and, whatever. So it actually worked, not making a change. But having the best players on the bench, do we think that he is going to go towards them a lot?
We equalised after the change.
Yeah, the last time. At the end of the game. At the end with Fabian Schade.
We equalised.
Yeah, I know that. But we kept scoring with the same 11. We ended up at 3-2 with the same 11. 3-2. So there we go. So we were going up and down. Eddie Howe didn't make his usual 60-minute changes.
So we're getting beat when he made the change, and then we equalised.
Yeah, we also beat Liverpool. Liverpool would also get beaten with no changes. That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't have to make a change, in my opinion. He didn't.
Without the changes, we were getting beat 3-2. And he made the changes, and we equalised.
What are you talking about, man? First of all, you're making it sound like as if the changes equalized the game. And no, they didn't. It was Bruno and a lucky Schade and a very generous Kelleher. So come on, man. I don't know why you have to try to give everybody a crown here. It makes no sense.
Well, because you're making a statement that isn't true.
It is true. With the same lineup, we were going up. They equalized. We were going up.
The same lineup, we were getting beat 3-2.
Anyways, I think the vast majority of fans agreed that we didn't need a change, and Eddie Howe did well at not making a change, not disrupting what was working on the pitch. My question now is, with the best players on the bench, Tonali and Gordon, do we expect quicker changes, the usual 60-minute changes, or even a bit earlier, or do we think that Eddie's going to maintain what we haven't seen from Eddie ever?
Well, if you consider that doing well is going to be 3-2, smashing.
He's clearly missing the point, Gary. Can you help me here? He's clearly missing the point.
No, I mean we were saying it in the review, weren't we? We were doing the match review. My only criticism of Eddie was the fact that he reacted to a problem, and unfortunately, what that did was it nullified us some way. I mean, like bringing Harvey Barnes on, we lost the momentum on the right hand side, and I know we've got a lot of critics out there of Murphy and everybody else, but when you become unbalanced again and we've got no outlets. Now, I'm going to hold my hand up and say, well, Harvey Barnes did get us the free kick that led to the goal, but there was a number of issues that led to the goal. And you said, at the outset, it was a poor cross from Bruno, who held his hand up and looked to the bench and said, I'm having this, and pulled it away from Hall. And then he hit the ball too long, and it was Kelleher misjudging the flight of the ball and Schade being absolutely, I'll hold my hand up and saying you should wear the crown, because not only to get yourself to the flight of that ball, but also doing an instep volley to go into the narrowest of angles in off the back post. That to me deserves the crown, because he didn't give the ball up. if a lot of people would have just given that up because it was a very poor cross from Bruno. And that's what I'm saying. You can argue the toss along the line here about who's right and who's wrong, and that's what I said. And I do.
I agreed with you, Barry, on Wednesday when you said
It's all right, Tom.
Eddie was being reactive when he made the changes. But did we not go from being in front to being behind because we were running out of legs?
On the 80th minute, we were dead in the middle of the park, and he needed. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, the change needed to happen before we had to react to going behind.
Exactly.
And that's the trigger for me. It was a case of, you've got your midfield that have done box to box, and I showed you the graph where you'd seen them left to right across the full park. And what you needed to do then is bring somebody on, and even if it meant just a bit of a shuffle, you just needed to move things on.
I just thumbs up a guy that I saw for the first time in the chat. And his comment was not what I expected. I didn't read his comment before I give him a thumbs up. So apologies, Hussein, you're rubbish, man, for that one. But apologies. I just thumbs up the fact that I saw a new face there, so I just give him a thank you for being on the chat. But mercy. All right. So, well, look, it was simple to me. I think that we didn't need to make a change for a long time, and Eddie was good enough at not touching anything. Sometimes that's a move in itself. Just leave the players on the pitch, and we were going up and down, up and down, up and down. Perfect.
Yeah, but we weren't. We were running out of steam, man.
Anyways, it's beating a dead horse, man. At some point, the dead horse is over. He's dead. So it is what it is. Let me refresh the people on the line of Nick Pope, Fabian Scher, Dan Byrne, Livermento on the right hole, Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Longstaff, Isak, Harvey Barnes, and Murphy. Do we expect Murphy to be the same player that Liverpool? I mean, to be honest, I didn't think he had a great performance. I think it was just an up and down performance, if you will. Always those shots that hit the post look better, and you get left with that. So are we saying that he is now the right wing until January, or until, I don't know if we're going to get anybody in until we? All right. I'm on Hussein. Somebody need to block him, man. Come on, man. He's out of line. He's out of line. This is not that type of channel. You can go to OnlyFans for that stuff. So are we saying that he is the one? He's the right wing because you guys say, or I think Mighty Win said that Almiron was going to be sold. Don't have any options. So is he going to be the one?
Well, I did say to you before, if he's been categorised as the best of what we've got, then we've watched lots of players come in and out of that position that have given us a good game 1 minute and a bad game the next. So I think it's inconsistency that's been down that right-hand side. And like I said, the massive difference for me, even against Liverpool, was the fact that Murphy didn't set the world alight. And we can all say, very similar to Longstaff, he's part of the squad. And if that's what you've got to pick from, then you have to try and use what you've got to pick from. Now, detrimentally, that could have a massive effect on the outcome. I agree with that. And Eddie Howe's, I suppose, managerial success is going to be built on results. And unfortunately, as if anybody's been watching or listening to any news reports, the social media guys out there, there's a lot of people on social media, even now, when the team news dropped, we're already against Eddie Howe, and we hadn't even kicked a ball yet. And that's how things happen. When you've just come off well, for me, the best football game that I've seen this season across the board, where it was toe to toe. It was like watching two sluggers in a ring going toe to toe. And both teams, I mean, getting the best out of each other. And people, I've got massive Liverpool friends that come on board with me afterwards and giving me some jarring because they went 3-2 up and all this. And even they said, that was the closest game that we've had this season, considering we've just taken on two of the European giants, as in Man City and Real Madrid. That was the hardest game for Liverpool. And people will always say, as he did, but we looked tired in the first half. Well, what do you want me to say that? We
Well,
made you look tired, didn't we? You know, because we come at you.
well, a lot of people
Oh,
did
but
say
that was the
that.
case in form where Slot dropped Zoboslai and Trent, but he had them to come off the bench, and he made that change, and it worked. And they went from going behind to coming in front because they were then coming up. They were fresh legs against dead legs. So then Eddie did the same, and we got the equaliser.
Well, Tobias Madsen saying, I actually believe for once Eddie knows what's at stake. How way the lads, and maybe just maybe he knows. Maybe he's feeling like, look, man, I can't be messing up. I can't just. I got to do what's best, literally. And if he thinks a couple of changes, he didn't make too many changes really. But Tonali is my thing to me, and I'm not Tonali fan, fan group or whatever the hell. I just want the best player on the pitch, and to me, he is the one. I don't care if you got to put Longstaff next to him. I don't give a damn if Longstaff plays or not play. Tonali needs to be on the pitch. That's my only concern of not having that lion in the midfield to protect us and help us moving forward. So we will see. We will see if it works. We will see if it works. Shout out to Benjamin Maven in the chat as well. Looking forward to Longstaff passing to Bruno for 90 minutes. There you go. Franz Hendrick, first time seeing you, mate. Says, may the lads be as good as the last game. There you go, Franz. By the way, I've been watching The Emperor. It's about the Austrian Empire and Emperor Franz. Yeah, with his wife, the Empress Elizabeth. I didn't know Austria had Italy or Lombardy or Venetia. It used to be called back in there. I did not know that. You learn a thing every day, though, Mighty Wayne. I'm telling you.
That's it.
You
If
learn
you
a
don't
thing
learn
every day.
something, it's a
Look at
wasted
that.
day.
God save the emperor. But we don't have emperors no more, man. The Mighty Wayne is the emperor of Chinatown in the tune. When he walks in, you know, he gets it. What do you
Look,
call when they
can I
walk
just
in?
say, you didn't get me in the bloody place when I was with him, even though
Oh
we were
no,
all looking.
he's jealous, man.
I
He's
tell
jealous.
you, man.
He wants them.
You're happily married.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's true. He wants them 20 Thai girls just to him, man. What did they say when they walk in the building when the king or the emperor walks in the building? No, like what did they say? Like as soon as he walks in, everybody just stops and just shouts something. Man, what was it? Damn it.
No idea.
Um,
Betsy, help him out.
yeah, Betsy, help him out. What did they yell? Anyways, Tony T in the building as well. He says, "Lion in the mid. Who's that then?" We had 30 shots against us in the last 2 games. And the shots, what does that correlate to the lion in the
I think you're
midfield?
talking about Longy.
But shots people shoot, man. That's not done to anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, who was it that got the 90-second shot off on Wednesday? It was Tonali, and that's what I said. When you've got players that are happy to shoot from in and around the box, it allows everybody that side to side. And I've said it more than once. It's about passing the buck, and we've seen that far too often this season. Other people passing the buck to somebody else to have a go, and none of us have done it. There's been 2 players. Well, you can say 3 players now with Gordon, but mainly 2 players with Barnes and Isak that have been on the score sheet. And apart from that, Shaw's got a couple now. Gordon's got a couple. Makes it look a little bit better, but in hindsight, it's more the fact that unless you shoot, you don't score a goal. And we saw that with the last 2 games when 90 minutes and not a shot on target. It becomes a little bit for me disgruntling to see professional footballs not wanting to have a go at goal. So I'm hoping, what we saw on Wednesday goes on today and the lads start to perform. And it doesn't matter who does it, and I don't care what his name is, what number shirt he wears. He's got to play for the team and he's got to take pot shots. Work the keeper. And at the end of the day, I keep saying it's about percentage. You get the amount on target, one will go in.
Well, the interesting thing will be what Brentford do: stay back or move forward as they have been all season. But if they sit back, we're going to have issues, and we're going to have to break that at some point, man. At some point, we're going to have to do well against low block teams. We're going to have to. If you want to become elite, that's what you got to do. I did remember. Yeah, go on.
I don't think I know. I see. Having watched Brentford play a lot of the teams this season, I haven't seen them back down once.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Whether are they going to do that? Maybe
Yeah.
not. Maybe not. Maybe not. So I don't think that they look at us as saying. Certainly, if they have they played against Man City, not yet, have they?
No,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think so.
They took the lead against Man City, man.
Yeah, but
Oh,
taking the
that was
lead.
early on in the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. At the Etihad, they went
That's the
1-0
Etihad.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting as we look at the warm up right now. You look at the Igor Thiago from Brentford, 3 Premier League sub appearances this season. I do remember what they say when the Emperor. It's just simple, man. Yo, man, there's always this stiff dude on the corner looking like a mannequin. As soon as the Emperor walks in, he say, "Your Majesty, the Emperor," and then just everybody stops and there we go. That's what it is. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah,
So
but I always thought you was going to do it in Chinese, mate. I didn't. I mean, if you wanted it in English,
Exactly. I couldn't
I could have given
understand
you
it.
in bloody English.
China.
well, no, no, not China. I'm talking about the emperor's man, the emperor man. It's just there's no. That's what I was talking about. I didn't know the Chinese have royalty. They probably did, but
Yeah.
everybody had royalty back in the day. Just there you go. Your Majesty, the mighty twat. When he walks in the Thai salon, man, I'm telling you. All right, so Tony says you suggested we need a lion in the mid to protect us. A good Sandro has been. As good as Sandro has been, we still have a bit of disconnect between the defense and a mid. One good first half against Liverpool doesn't. Well, we were going to disagree on the one first half against Liverpool. I think Tonali has been the best center mid for Newcastle this whole season, and just a few appearances that he was allowed to play, and the defense is not. Why do we keep? It's like Mighty Win, man. Old school. Just the goalkeeper gets the blame for the goals that go in. What? Think a little bit, man. It's more complex than that. It's not just the goalkeeper allows goals. No, it's the whole defense, the whole team.
And can we just throw a stat in at that one then? Because obviously Fabian Schär has now got the same assist as Miguel Almiron.
What was that? Sorry.
You know what I mean? Fabian Schär's got as many assists now as Miguel Almiron. Now he's a central defender.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, when you're saying there's a disconnection, and yes, there has been, but like, at the end of the day, there's a disconnection from the midfield to the forward line at times because we sit too far back, because we're trying to defend too deep. So we push the ball up progressively, quick, but then we've not got the runners from midfield to either do anything on the edge of the box. So we end up going left to right in this pendulum motion. And that's what I said. What we saw against Liverpool from the start was 4 to 5 bodies getting into the box continually. And I know, again, I go back to it, you can't do that for 90 minutes. I understand that. And that's why you need to change the way you play. But what we need is now is Eddie Howe to somehow come up with a tactic rather than go into this 5-4-1 where we just nullify and block, because, again, you're creating a low block, which is difficult. I understand that. But you've still got to be able to then have a get-out clause, and sometimes what we end up doing is just giving the ball back to the opposition, ready for the next wave. And I think we've got to come up with an happy solution, and that's why I said on Wednesday I was more disappointed that we reacted to going behind rather than closing it out and getting our breath back to allow us then to continue pressing. And I think that's where, for me, Eddie Howe needs to learn the game a little bit more.
Yeah, I think with the Almiron and the Shars, that's telling. Depends on how you look at it, because I can also say how many times Shar has converted actually, because shooting is shooting. What's his conversion rate, and do we really want my center forward to be worrying about shooting and center back, worry about shooting instead of worrying about what he needs to do in the back and the defense. So I think everything in excess is not good. And we got to take a look at whether Shar is really defending better than he is being proactive. And if that's the case, if he is being more proactive than he is defending, then we probably have an issue there as well with the defense. So just something to think about. Welcome Sean Ryan with his Briton, with his UK flag, the UK Jack. I'm not happy with that team selection. I hope Eddie proves me wrong, but this doesn't look good to me. There we go, Sean. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Foxy says Miggy has nearly double the amount of assists as Shar does for Newcastle United. Whoa, interesting stat. And Namiron doesn't get play.
I must admit, when I saw that stat in the chat the other day, I didn't bother going to check it up because I assumed it would have been checked up before it was posted. But it sounded a bit because
Dodge.
I could barely think of a
Well,
share assist. Plenty goals, but not many assists. Unless you, I think the one I was thinking about was from a corner when he headed. It might have been was it the first game of the season last season, Villa, when he got his
yes,
head to it and
Can't remember.
Tonali got on it. I thought
yeah.
that was Botman.
Well, interesting from Weira here says why the Shark go busting along to aid the attack because your midfielders don't take pot shots and gamble. Well, that's been the thing all season, dude. Nobody shoots. It's illegal to shoot if you're a Newcastle player unless you played the last game who everybody shot. And they found out that man, we can shoot and we can almost score and we can add to the morale by hitting the post or making the shot look good. Tonali, you see that little zigzag that he did in the beginning of the game and then barely got a shot off, and certainly made Kelleher shaking his boots a little bit. You know, it was a taste of what was to come in that game, and we certainly got to keep doing that. We got to keep shooting and not be predictable, because also with Fabian Schär, he becomes predictable. He just launches the ball out there, even not going to anywhere. You know what I mean? No purpose in those passes, and it becomes predictable. So you gotta be able to switch it up, man. Switch it up. Don't be like the mighty wind, just one position, man. You gotta switch it up, mate. You gotta switch it up.
I tell you what I have just noticed here. I've just got the Brentford stats, and Wissa must have scored midweek, did he? Because he's now
Damsgaard scored, I know. I don't know whether against
equal,
Villa.
equal on goals with Mbeumo. Now they've both got 8.
Well, there you go. And you know what? I'm telling you, man, Wissa interesting. A lot of people don't rate him though, but
Who?
a lot of people don't rate Wissa, man. We were talking about Brentford, and in the chat, they were having a piss at him.
No, I
So
said they were the two ginger men for me, but I didn't realise he'd leveled. I didn't
Toon Talk.
realise he'd scored as many as he scored.
We got Toon Talk in the building. Says, do you think? Oh man. Do you think because Bruno is captain, he will never be rested? Is I would like him rested instead of Tonali. Well, I agree with that. I think now, listen, a manager with personality won't have an issue with that, but Eddie Howe does clearly have personality issues, which we've seen, and he doesn't want to do that. He might feel like he doesn't want to hurt Bruno's feelings. But we've seen Gundogan comes on the pitch, he's a captain. He comes off the pitch, somebody else is a captain, and Gundogan has won certain things. I'm sure we're aware of. So it's about the best for the team, and maybe Eddie though thinks the best for the team is keeping Bruno happy. Don't know, but I do agree with you. I think that will deter him from being subbed. I don't think he's ever been subbed other than one game against in the cup, but you had that cup excuse. Other than that, has he ever come off?
Just a cup, isn't it? I mean, he has come off for injury. Obviously, when he picked up that glute injury later on in the game, he got subbed. But apart from injuries, he very rarely gets seen the seat, as they say.
Yeah. Helsazar says, "When you're very quiet, mate. Well, you are to me anyway." And good afternoon, everyone. There you go. He's been awful quiet, man. Because he is seeing the
My
light.
man.
He is seeing the light.
By the way, with regard to Sean, I couldn't get those. You sent me the Amazon.
Oh yeah. Because the stickers are from America, so we're probably going to have to do is order it myself and take it to you when I go to England in January. So if not, we'll look at another way to get it shipped though as soon as possible. So don't worry, Helsazar. We'll get you. We'll get it to you, mate. Nibada. For some reason, there we go. Manchester City also about to play. Who are they going to play against? Crystal Palace.
Lashing down.
Oh yeah.
Tottenham Chelsea today. Tomorrow. Tottenham
Yeah.
Chelsea will be an interesting matchup. Anyway, so Foxy says Miggy 12 assists in total. People pretending like assists in quarterfinals and semifinals of cups don't count. The agenda will never change towards him. Well, I would like to see him get some minutes. By the way, so do you guys want to change your predictions? Is it good? Everybody is good to go. What did I predict? 2-1, didn't I? 2-1 Newcastle.
I went 3-1, but
2-1
sure.
Newcastle. I'm gonna keep it at that. I don't think we'll do
Never change your bet.
much better than that.
No, that's how I am. I usually just put it down. If I think it, I'll go with it. So, and again, you are on the high after Wednesday.
So let us know in the chat
totally
predictions.
different game.
Let us know in the chat predictions. Predictions. What do you think?
Don Milburn's gone 3-1 Brentford.
3-1 Brentford, Don Milburn. And we are literally 4 minutes away from kickoff at this moment in time. So get ready, get a drink, get a pint, grab a tab, whatever you need to keep you sane throughout this bumpy ride in London. It certainly might be bumpy. I don't know if it's windy there, but regardless,
Windy, all right.
it's the how big is Brentford Stadium? Not big, is it?
I don't know.
It's a little,
25, I think.
it's a little
20 to say,
beehive.
yeah.
It's a little
Yeah, something like
beehive. But anyways, we got the players coming onto the pitch now, ladies and gentlemen. Newcastle United set to play with their alternative white and green shirt. And Brentford set to play with their usual Macam stripes and black shorts.
17,000.
17,000 seater.
17,250.
Greatest player to
opening
come out of Brentford
20.
in the history of Brentford, in the history of the Beetham.
Ooh.
Nobody knows. Nobody gives a shit about Brentford. It's okay. Neither man. This is a tune channel.
No, I'm just thinking. I think did they not in the 20s they sold a player to Arsenal, which
Well, only you would know about
world
that, mate.
transfer
And I
record.
have no clue. Only you would know about the 20s.
Arthur
But
Bostrom or somebody.
But let us know in the chat. By the way, if you know what player, because we did this on the preview, what players play for the Toon and Brentford? Not many. Well, actually, more than what we thought, but not many really in general.
Yeah, I mean, I threw the curveball in with
yeah.
Sir Les, but it was a lone
Sir
ball.
Les was a good one. Yeah, but is it pushing it? But he did. And so Sir Les would probably be the most famous one.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
no, who was the first one that I said? Yeah, no, yeah,
It
it
was
was most famous.
Carl Court was the
Carl Court.
one that went after us, didn't he? Like 2009 or something like that.
Somewhere around that time. Yeah, that's true. No Tonali means 2-0 Brentford. So, 2-0 Brentford. Benjamin Maven, write it down, mighty win. Benjamin Maven says 2-0 Brentford. He's on the NTTV. So, and just in case, Helsuzar 2-0 to the Toon, in case he changed. I don't know what he's posted before,
So
but
Hells is 2-0 now.
and Benjamin Maven 2-0 Brentford.
2-0 to Brentford.
Yeah.
Hells 2-0 to Toon.
All right, that's the one participating. But France says Newcastle have to win 3-0 at least. Ooh. That's a requirement, man. I don't know about all that. You know, we're going into the beehive.
Yes.
This is not going to be an easy one. Hit the like button, folks. Come on, help us out. Hit the like button as we go.
I'm pouring the lucky dog, so
Already
I'm
get the
going
lucky
for
dog
it.
out.
Yeah, I've got the lucky dog. I want it from the start, mate. I don't want to wait to the 70th minute before I start seeing changes. I want to see us winning with what we've got, and then bring the top guns on.
Helsuzar. Yeah, that's right. So Ben's just went from one to Oh no, he went from.
Oh, by the way, there's a former player that passed away at the age of 84 for Brentford, I think. And that's what they're doing. A minute of silence. By the way, the match is on the private. Make sure you extend it, enlarge it. Oh no, Newcastle United not playing with the green and white. They're playing with the alternative, the Brune and Maroon, the Geordie Brune and Maroon. Is that what it's called? Is that what we call it? The Geordie Brune shirt. But it threw me off because of the short, so I thought they were gonna. There we go. So a round of applause for a former Brentford player that passed away at the age of 83, I believe. So there you go. And now the referees. Oh, there's the stubby referee. What's his name again? Oliver. No, that's not Oliver. No, that's not Oliver. That's Taylor.
I don't recognize him actually.
What? That's the stubby. He's in every game, man.
He's the pain in the backside, isn't he? Simon Hooper.
Simon Hooper. That's the
I couldn't
referee
think
for
of his
tonight.
bloody name. Yeah, Simon Hooper.
There we go. As we look at Brentford's manager, he needs a comb. Unlike Eddie Howe, who's he's very knit. He looks like a altar boy. As we look at Alexander Isak, he knows he's got pressure tonight. He knows he's got pressure tonight.
In honor of Ward Gary, wearing that rugby top.
There you go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Help us support the channel. You can super chat. You can give memberships away. You can do all of that and help support the channel. Oh, thank you. There you go, right there, Benjamin Maven, for the kind of super chat. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are on right now. First half underway at Brentford. Thank you to Benjamin Maven. Bloody Marys are flowing. Let's get this win up, boys. There we go. It's a bit blurry now on my end. We're gonna get that going. Thank you so much, Benjamin Maven. Mighty Win. How long before we pull the dog out?
I mean, you can tell by the shirts how blustery it is just on ground level. So they will try and keep the ball on the floor.
Oh man, this is crazy.
Yep.
But anyways, let's give this a hold on. Let's give this a quick refresh. Yeah, because it's Poa is the Mighty Winds wardrobe. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we got Joe Linton, the Beast. Is that Vandenberg? I mean, that's Mbeumo, though. We know him. No, that's Mbeumo. There we go. That's Mbeumo right there. Wissa with the cross to nobody. Be careful.
That's awful, man.
Be careful. We've seen lucky goals going that way, Mr. Wissa. 11 for Brentford. Calm the F on, man. Would you take Wissa in the tune?
I mean, you could use him. You could utilize him. Whether he's you know, yeah, exactly. Oh, absolutely. He's better than what we've got at the minute.
Come on, man.
What, better than Barnes and Gordon?
What are you talking about, man? Jesus, this is not a debate. Thankfully, it's not a debate because I can't deal with this guy, man. Harvey Barnes is now on the left side of things. Harvey Barnes is going to cut inside, give it to Isak. Alexander Isak right.
Have a go. Longstaff having a pop there.
With a shot. Man, oh man,
off the bar.
That's a quick trigger right there by Longstaff. Hit the bar. Man, we didn't know he had that in his repertoire.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. Exactly. Would you look at that? That was a superb shot.
Great shot.
By Mr. Longstaff. There we go. Wissa, pretty low right now, Wissa.
Yeah.
That's Collins playing it back to Flecken. Flecken looking for an outlet. Got to be careful. Pinnock. Ball back to Pinnock and Brentford trying to get out of the intensity that Newcastle are bringing into the game. Well, not much intensity, but certainly a settled press. And you can hear the Toon fans in the stands as usual in the way in. Oh, well done there, Murphy, playing as a right back almost for a throw into Brentford. I got that tuned up, man. I should have wore that one.
That's what I thought you was gonna wear.
Yeah, I'm kind of like all over the place. I wore the away top for the home games. I'm kind of all over the place here. So we look at Mbeumo 101 against Lewis Hall. Mbeumo with the pass to the middle, nobody. Nicely hoofed right there.
Well done, Isak.
Now Harvey Barnes, Lewis Hall with the overlap. Barnes inside with Isak. Well done,
referee.
Man, that was a well done, thought out plan by Isak. Unfortunately, fouled there, but that was smooth right there, Alexander. Alexander the Great. You would know nothing about that, Mighty Win. Look at that, though, man. Look at that shot. If you look at the Longstaff shot,
boom.
Had some movement into it.
Did enough.
Flecken nowhere near. Nicely done. And you can tell there's an instruction from the last game to this one to shoot. 4 minutes underway, ladies and gents. A throw in now from Brentford on the right side of things, and Mbeumo is looking to execute that one. Lewis Hall in defense. As we look at Eddie Howe giving instructions. The ball to Brentford. Back to Vandenberg. I'm sorry, Collins. Collins now carrying the ball up to the midfield. On the left side. Porta. Who the hell was that? Oh, man. Thank goodness that didn't work.
Yeah.
That's a long pass to nobody.
That's what you get now, unfortunately, with this weather. You're going to get people that try and drill the ball because of the wind, and when the wind drops, it just looks like an awful ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can see which way the wind's blowing, and you see the rain.
I don't think it's raining.
It's like I say, it's a bit of a swirly one, mate. If I get to end, it looks very much a swirly one.
And here we go. Vandenberg.
Well in, Barnes.
Well done, Barnes on the pressure. And Newcastle United not letting Brentford play.
Standoff, look at them.
Have to go for the long ball to Wissa, but Nick Pope is going to be there just in time to play the ball right back with Livramento on the right side. Livramento back to Shaw. And Fabian Scher to the middle with Longstaff. Byrne. Hall. Lewis Hall. Marked up by Mbeumo. And that's going to be already an interesting matchup right there. Lewis Hall and Mbeumo. Former Chelsea player, now current England international. After joining the Toon.
Ball.
Well done right there. That's a nice ball right there. And now Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes 101. Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes against two. Barnes now. He's going to have to cut inside. He's going to lose the ball, though. That's going to be a goal kick for Brentford. According to the referee, Harvey Barnes a little bit upset with that one.
I made too.
And the chance of Black and White Army as we look at Anthony Gordon and Dubravka. They rarely ever played for the Toon anymore. Almiron, another lad that used to be great once upon a time. Until the mighty win demoted him from the Toon first team.
You got to be better there, guys.
Yeah, loosened that ball. Brentford right with it. And
Yeah,
the ball
look
is
at
going
this.
right to Mbeumo and Lewis Hall. Mbeumo 101, Lewis Hall. Mbeumo to shoot!
Oh,
and Brentford scored.
Hell. I said you've got to be better in the midfield than that.
And what a shot. How did he pull that off? Fuck me, man.
See, eyes at the bar, he goes in. And it's just typical us, isn't it, this?
Man, it's so easy. Everybody scores so easy against us, man.
It was far too easy for him to get that shot off.
Fuck me, man. Everybody scores so easy. Liverpool
runs
scores
across the
easy.
bloody line.
Everybody scores easy, man.
I mean, look at that. Hall's got to get out to him there. So what happens here? He moves. Lewis Hall, you've got to get out to him, lad. You cannot allow him to get that much space on you.
Wow, what a shot.
It's too half-hearted there.
I don't know. I don't know if Lewis Hall, he should have went to the ground. That was a risky, though, because the penalty was right there. But that shot was right to the side of the goal.
If you noticed there as well, Pope was diving to his right, and it was a deflection off Schade that took it the other way.
Fuck me, man. That midfield is broken, man. Shot right now, Isak. And
that's awful.
A little too high. That was a American football kick right there. Field kick. Well, I mean, they called for the shot anyway, but that was way off. And now Newcastle United going to battle uphill. 9 minutes underway, and this is not looking good. This is not looking great.
It's not the start we wanted,
ladies
is it?
and gents. Not the start we wanted, certainly. No. And I'll be honest, though, in that midfield, I hate to do this. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to be quiet.
Just keep it there. Keep it there. It's
there we go.
Be better than
Longstaff. Oh, look at what a vision by Longstaff. What a nice pass right there to Murphy. Nice vision. He's gonna Murphy. What the hell is he gonna do? Longstaff shooting, blocked though. The ball goes back to Alexander Isak. No, that was not Isak. Oh yeah, that was Isak. Livramento. Now Livramento on the right side of the pitch. Livramento well guarded though by Brentford. Has to pass it back to Shaw. And now Dan Burn. There's a lot of congestion, a lot of traffic in that Brentford box. Mighty win. Okay, Mighty Win, don't answer.
What?
Anyways, just fucking hell, man. I'm trying to get my commentators to say something. But anyways,
Well, I was waiting for him to do something then.
exactly. Well done, Mighty Win. Just keep on drinking, keep on getting drunk, man. No, but ni bala, man.
I'm thinking about going and get the dog already.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. You get an excuse to drink, but
Good ball.
there we go. Now Alexander Isak.
On now.
Isak's gonna look to the middle. Bruno Guimaraes, and now to the right side. Murphy with the left hand.
Get in!
Come on!
Was that Isak got the touch from Murphy's shot? Get in! Come on!
And now we have a game, ladies and gentlemen.
The dog can stay in the fridge.
I was a bit confused there. Wait a minute. Isak is looking, or is he telling his teammates just to get their heads in the game? Not sure. But let's take a look at it again. Murphy looking for it. Murphy's gonna shoot. Isak is on side. Oh, Isak is an Isak.
Good header, mate. Good header.
Man, that is a tough. And to be honest,
the fly to that ball.
I'm worried if he's offside.
No, he's offside. He's nowhere near.
He's nowhere near. No, he's nowhere near. But I tell you what an proper center forward right there, man. Proper headbutting. Are you kidding me? That was a shot by Murphy, and Isak said, "F that." He just
getting on the end of that. Yeah.
Wow. And let me tell you something. Newcastle United making a name for themselves in London tonight, away against the wind and against the score. They equalized in less than 5 minutes, probably. So well done there. We're still very much in the game, man. And Mighty, when you want to give us some thought out analysis, or you want to keep on drinking on the job?
I'm doing the prediction league at the minute.
Okay, so you just BSing, all right. Gary, you want to give us some analysis, mate?
Yeah. Again, we've come down to this. What we were saying just before we started. We've got to take shots. Something comes from shots, and you've just seen there. We've hit the ball once. We've had a shot from Murphy, which was, you could say relatively comfortable, going in on goal. But Isak followed the flight of the ball and he's guided it into the corner with that nice little glanced header. Again, it's all come from this not having that, fear of shooting. And that's what I said. We're 12 into the game. Yeah, defensively, we could have been better. We've said that. We've gifted them a goal, which should never have come. But, we've got 3 shots to their 2. One on target, you can class it as, because they won't count the one that hit the bar as being on target. But it just shows if the mentality is there to take it on board, if these are going to sit deep, which it looks like they have when they've turned the ball over to defend, we'll shoot from 20 yards and they've got a chance of getting a goal.
There we go. And then we got the timer now on the board, exactly where we're at, 13-31, ladies and gentlemen. The game has just started and it's looking like it has the DNA of a great match already. Alexander Isak passing a long pass right there to Schade, Livramento. Now Newcastle playing on the right side. Murphy back to Longstaff. Longstaff, decent game already by Shawnee.
He's been involved, I must admit. He's been involved in most of the plays. But again, he could have been stronger in there in the challenge in midfield. And that's what I said. Sometimes, you know what I mean, by just not contesting that ball allows them for that long pass. And again, that's not technically his fault, but it stops the pass.
The pass back.
Yeah.
Be careful, Murphy. Dangerous cross into the box. Livramento back again. We're now with Isak, who's been very agile outside the box, all over the place.
He looks on fire at the minute.
There we go. And the ball goes back to Longstaff. Longstaff fighting for it. Back to Isak on the right side of the pitch. Longstaff. And now Bruno Guimaraes.
Newcastle captain.
Yeah, there was a comment in the chat earlier that says, how many times do you reckon Longstaff will pass the ball to Bruno? Because it does seem to be the only man he sees is the man in 39.
Well done,
Well done,
Harry
Barnes.
Barnes. And now Joe Linton. Some quiet. Been quiet, Joe Linton, to be fair.
We've got some control from
Oh.
one side, and it's a Vista
And
so
now
far.
Murphy once again on the right side. And it seems like that is our bread and butter.
That'll do us.
That's going to be a corner kick. No,
What?
a goal kick for Brentford.
It must have been deflected back onto him from the defender then.
Well, that's interesting.
But these
Have
first
you got-
15 minutes have flown by.
Have you got Pierre Vacan's prediction or Ronald Turnbull's prediction?
Wind seems to have picked up again.
Not Ronald, he's been off, but
Raining as
Beer
well.
Riken is on
This
the
has been
community,
kicked off,
so it's all proven
Rain
if you
falling.
do give your prediction before. So Nibada.
Be interesting to see.
Nibada,
how
man.
teams cope with the
Nibada.
conditions here in West
As
London.
we are 1-1 in West
Premier
London,
League game postponed
as the
earlier
commentator
today
says.
Due to Storm Dara, which is affecting the UK.
Joe Linton.
Joel
J7
Linton under
nicely
pressure.
done right there.
Norgard
But now he
steps
loses the
into
ball. Bruno
take
Guimaraes, and
possession
now be
back
careful,
Come on now,
Brentford.
get
And
tight,
now
get
Brentford
tight.
like load.
Norgard.
Don't
Mbeumo
step
And
off.
now
has got his tail up
Mbeumo,
this
dangerous,
afternoon.
dangerous.
Looks to find Norgard, who's
Hey,
slides
Well
Norgard.
done.
Norgard going for it, but well done, Lewis Hall. Norgard, captain of Brentford. I would have thought it was Mbeumo, but okay, Norgard.
Big boost for Brentford to have Christian Norgard available.
I don't
here
know.
this
I mean, like I say,
afternoon.
they class him. You know, not somebody I've really looked at, to be fair. But he's gone into that number 10 role.
In his
Where I think he come back against Villa, which threw Damsgaard out onto the left wing, and like I say, that's where Damsgaard scored the goal from. To be fair, but they seem to rely very much on their number 10 role to get the link-up play between midfielders, deep midfielders, and the forward line. So it's certainly something that we need to watch.
All right, so we let me see. Do you hear the commentary now?
I don't know.
Let me know if right now you hear, because I muted it. I forgot to mute that one. Let me know if it's all good now. Lee McFarlane says, I'm hearing the TV commentary. Thank you so much, Ian Fleming, for that super chat, letting us know we can hear the commentary from one of us. All good now. So there we go. We got it sorted. We got it straight. So thank you to all of us. Beer right, and you can still hear it, or what? Are we good, or what? Or what's happening?
No,
I can't hear the thing now. Yeah. I thought you'd put it on just for us, to be fair.
Okay, so all gone, all good. Which
All
I did,
good.
but that's what happens, But
Oh,
anyways,
hello.
be careful, Brentford on the left side. Oh, well done now, then burn and burn down to the ground.
That 6'6" stretch gets to the ball.
There you
Go
go.
on.
Alexander Isak
Go on.
on the ball. Alexander Isak, 101. Isak.
Isak!
Isak.
Isak! What are you doing, lad? He did everything right, but use his left foot.
Fucking
Fuck's
hell,
sake.
man.
Just use your left foot.
He was. Oh, he
He'd
had
done
it.
everything so well.
Oh, he does everything so well, man. All he had to do is shoot on that one, though.
Yeah, he took the keeper round. He used his right foot to turn the keeper, and then he wanted to bring it back onto his right foot to shoot.
You got to shoot with your left foot, man.
You've just got to use your left foot.
Oh, man.
Golden opportunity. But it just proves what these conditions are going to cause, doesn't it? What you've seen there. We've umpteen mistakes. That's why you've really got to be on your mettle in these type of games. And like I said, we've done well. But I mean, these are the type of opportunities.
He's alone. He does this great.
Yeah.
Bang. He's there.
Yeah.
No,
use your left foot.
He tries to shoot with his right foot. You cannot do that. You're an elite center forward, man. Shoot with your left.
Flecken did well, to be fair, though, to get back at him.
He did well, but
he should never have been anywhere near it.
No, he did. Flecken did well, but unfortunately, Isak should have shot with his left. Fuck.
Yeah, that is poor, to be fair.
That was a Miggy Milan job, that.
Yeah. Miggy Milan.
Man, that is crazy right there. And Alexander Isak is suffering right now from the consequences.
Just put it in. No, oh man.
He is suffering now from the consequences. He wants to bury his face in the sand. And Franz was asking what happened. Maybe we didn't do a good job of describing it, but it's clearly Isak beat the keeper, beat the defender. All he had to do is from the right side. All he had to do is shoot with his left, and he decided to accommodate to shoot with his right, and that's when the goalkeeper, took advantage of the extra second to get back and block them with his hand, with the right hand, and unfortunately Newcastle United would have been up 2-1 now. But look,
Crazy that was.
the game is up there for grabs, certainly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's wide. Like I said, it's wide open at the minute.
Pinnock with a
Completely wide
long
open.
throw, and Pope punching the ball. Though,
what are you doing, lad?
Why can't he just grab it?
He's been doing that a lot recently, where he's been doing the.
That ball was low enough to where.
By the way, when we were decrying Isak's miss, you noticed then Pope was 10 yards out the box, heading the ball.
Yeah.
Because they broke.
He also made a mistake. Well, Pope should have grabbed that one because that ball was low enough to where if he goes through his hands, he hits his chest. So he'll have it. Just now we're giving a corner kick and Mbeumo to execute. Got to be careful. Corner kick for Brentford. Man, that looked a bit.
I've got BS there. 3-1 to 2.
Big dangerous. The cross goes back in there. Now Pope grabs that one. Looking for an option. He's going to have to throw it to Livramento. And now Tino Livramento to Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno. The long pass to Tino. And that's going to be Pua. Mighty Win. We're going to refresh real quick. But what do you guys think of the game at Mighty Win? Can we get a hard thought analysis, man? Because we kind of working for free here, mate.
Well, you've got to see it's work. Longstaff's been heavily involved. Murphy, assist, another assist. Yeah, are you watching?
I'll tell you what, though.
Keep doing it.
I think we've been more dangerous, obviously. But the one time that they got near the box, they scored. So you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, like I said,
that was down to Lewis Hall. Let's be honest.
It was poor defending. It was poor defending. To be fair, we
Especially
gave him far too much space.
Especially when you know that's exactly what he does all the time. He's a Harvey Barnes in that respect.
Yeah. Man, why in the hell?
You know what he's going to do.
Well, there we go. Bruno Guimaraes. Now Livramento on the right side.
Straight in.
Murphy. Longstaff with the cross.
These crosses are causing no end of troubles. Big Dan Burn into the middle of the park there. Oh, that's a poor ball.
Yeah, be careful now. We've given the ball away in Brentford.
Fabian.
5-on-3
here.
The
ball away, and now on the left side of things.
Yeah, well done. Come on,
close it.
I think that was Porter. Well,
so that's
gotta be careful with those counter attacks.
Yeah, that passing through the middle there. He's awful.
That's always my explanation. Whether it's Schade think of himself too highly, that he just does that all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, like I say, you can't blame anything there, but just bad judgment. It's these percentage balls that he tries to do all the time. He's passing directly to the player. Great give and go there from Tino.
Excellent.
There we go.
And Murphy.
Tino.
And now we got Tino with a long pass to Isak. Alexander Isak is going to cross it. Nobody's going to be home, though. Be careful. Bruno! Oh, man, oh, man, my, oh, my. Kissing and smooching. Loving on the post.
Well done again now. Lovely give and go up that right-hand side between Tino and Murphy. Isak dinks the ball over. It's headed clear. Two Brentford players go for the same ball. It frees up that little bit of space when the ball drops to the edge of the D. Bruno comes and hits it first time.
Be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a man down. And Joe Linton is down.
Is his shoulder gone, is it, of him? He's been problemed with his shoulder for some time now.
Hasn't been a great active performance on Joe Linton's end, and now he's down.
He's been invisible so far.
And now he is down, and that shot by Bruno, though, was an oof, and super oof.
It wasn't real quality, though, was it?
No, but it was right there. It was a great. It was
just skidding off target. I mean,
look at this shot, though. Look at this shot by
I think he caught it cleanly, though. It was kind of with his toe end as opposed to the instep.
But I think this is our goal, Murphy. And I tell you what, man, Isak.
That wasn't a shot. I don't think. I think that was a cross.
No, man, I think he was shooting, man. But never know.
I thought I thought it was his shot that it went in.
Well, Joe Linton is not sure if he's coming off or not, or he's going to take a breather.
No,
But,
but he has been struggling with his shoulder. It wouldn't surprise me whether he's had a dislocation on that fall against West Ham. I think it was West Ham, where he winced terribly. And sometimes you can dislocate your joint and it goes straight back in. And I'm wondering whether he's got some ligament issues on that left-hand side, because every time he falls on that side, he did it against Liverpool, he's grabbing hold of that shoulder straight away. And you've just seen the same again there.
oh, there we go. Brentford back with the ball. Vandenberg. Now the ball is stolen by Tino. And
Well
Brentford
done,
has been bad on passes. Well, Murphy trying to get past Norgard
It's
there.
okay.
But, that was decent.
Nice.
A throw in for Newcastle, though.
We've ended up getting a throw in, but Murphy should have got at least a throw in then.
If I'm honest with you, I think Murphy should have just had the balls, I suppose, just to run
The legs.
a little bit further into the corner. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like I said, he just decided to come backwards, and unfortunately, he just lost ground then a little bit. His momentum was behind him too far.
That was
Oh,
a typical
Megs.
example there of showing you
Yeah.
breaking the lines, getting the ball
got-
back. And away
We got a
Yeah.
nutmeg there. Nutmeg alert. And now in the midfield, Isak is a bit low, though. He's
I don't mind that as long as he's
Oh,
breaking the lines.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I said. You just overload the midfield. If you can win the ball back, that's what I said. It's about winning your battles individually. And at the minute, we've been sloppy on their goal, but apart from that, we've been really tidy in that middle of the park. We've won most of them battles.
Yep. Dan Burn looking for an option, right to Fabian Scher.
And it's them that's doing the pushing now. So with
Burn.
this could be.
And Brentford,
Well,
yeah,
well,
Brentford is certainly so. They might leave
That's
some
what
spaces.
we want. We want to
Give
pull
it now.
them out.
Give it. That's
And
the
now
one.
Bruno Murphy to Livramento. Livramento doesn't control it
Just
right, and now he's going to have to reset. Back to Bruno. Bruno with the pass inside to Isak. Isak trying to think too hard. And the ball goes back to Brentford. 27 minutes underway. 1-1. Brentford and Newcastle drawing.
Now we are doing the pressing and get it
Yeah,
back.
and we're getting
There we
straight
go.
back, you see. As long as we're getting into their box and keeping them penned like that, then that does us the world of good, because it'll just grow the confidence back from, again, people say to me, you can't.
That should have been.
That's a bad ball from
Oh, be
Barnes.
careful now.
Yeah,
Wissa.
it should have been a give and
Wissa
go
1-1.
to.
Wissa, and it's an in.
That's from Barnes.
Life, man.
That's
two
unbelievable,
passes.
man. How did they score like that, bro? It's Jesus Christ.
It's just really sad to see, simple fucking football being played so poorly. And yeah, Jesus Christ.
And not only that, man, it's just as easy as they just. So say we lost. That's a mistake. Barnes, the camera's on him.
But the thing is that Hall had made the perfect run to get it was the give and go, and Barnes just has to give him it, and instead he passes it inside the fucking Wissa.
That's a horrible pass. But I tell you what, as well, man, Wissa just shoots that off as if he's training.
Yeah. I mean, he's
look at that. Cuts inside, bang.
Give him a yard, and you've got the whole goal to aim at, haven't you? That's what I'm saying.
Two centre backs on him. Two centre backs on him as well.
Because what I'm saying is, you've moved your midfield forward because you've retained the ball, so you're expecting the ball to be progressing up. So when he passes the ball directly to Wissa, we're out of position because we're not expecting that ball to come straight back at us. So straight away we're defending, we're running back towards our own goal. It allows Wissa then to come into that shooting area on the edge of the D when he steps inside. He allows himself half a yard and he gets the shot off.
And now be careful because Brentford is getting some momentum here. And now, the ball gets through Lewis Hall and Mbeumo. And Mbeumo now 1-on-1, passing it back. And Lewis Hall is going to have to hoof it out of there. The ball, Alexander Isak with the auto pass.
Isak.
Nicely auto pass right there. That's what I call it. But he messes up on the pass to up front. Well, there we go. That's going down. The referee's going to call a foul. Yes, he is. A foul on Longstaff. By Longstaff. On Carvalho.
It's fucking awful. I mean, I just can't believe that. I mean, You're on top of the game, and that's what I said. That's where you start getting deflated because you just allow simple passing to go astray.
I would like to go and see that play once again if they show it to us, because I want to know how many outlets did Barnes have to.
Well, he had Lewis all running behind him.
The simple
That's
outlet
the one.
was the one that he should have played back
Well,
up the whole.
If he didn't, I would like to see it again, but it was a horrible mistake. But I tell you what, man, they score so easy after that, though. They score so easy after that. I don't know. Brentford throws the ball in there. Be careful now. Another shot on target. Another shot. But there was something called there. Offside. There we go. Man, we just can't. We gotta keep Brentford out of the box, man. Every time they shoot, they score.
We've been saying about the quality they have with Mbeumo and Wissa, and the two of them have scored. The only two players that we questioned we would probably take into the side, and we've just said Wissa would certainly be on the bench, because he's not as good as Isak, but you'd certainly have him in your squad. And that's what he said. Come on, Murphy, now get it into the box.
And Murphy with the cross, yeah.
Second chance.
Murphy looking for an option. 3 man on Murphy. The pass back to Barnes. Barnes!
Yes! Get in! That's where we need you. That's payback, Barnesy. Come on! Well done.
Get in, man. And
well done, Barnesy.
And that's what he can do. You ask me what he can do, he can correct his mistakes.
And that's 2 assists for Murphy.
Yeah.
That's what he can do. He can correct his mistakes because he is the most effective player on Newcastle United squad this season. Look at that, though. Shot,
turn and shot that was.
Target. The pass nicely done by Murphy. Well game so far by Murphy. He just no space whatsoever. Look at that. Bang.
That's a beautiful reverse pass from Murphy.
Locking and loading.
Beautiful reverse pass. Great finish.
Wild West.
Megs. It was Megs as well.
Save me a trip to the fridge again.
Now we gotta put the lucky hat on, man, because for some reason.
We'll be back in the game, and that's all that matters.
Thank you so much to the Queen of Hearts. Thank you for the equalizer. Appreciate you so much, Queenie, and everybody that donates, and everybody that watches, and everybody that hits the like. Please hit the like button right now. We got one hell of a game at the Beehive Stadium.
Amazing game.
What's Brentford's stadium name?
Community Stadium now, isn't it?
It would be much better if it was named the Beehive. Come on, man.
It used to be Griffin Park.
But
back in the day.
There we go. 2-2 draw. 32 minutes underway. Not even halftime yet. And this game has a lot of excitement left yet. Flecken passing it. And there's a good pressure right there. Murphy. And I tell you what's happening right now. And look, I know Brentford has done decent mid-table, but it's something that we haven't seen before for Newcastle United. I think Newcastle are winning somewhat like Man City does because they want to, because they can. They draw the game quickly based on their talent, and that's something that I have not seen. And we're playing good as well as a team, to be fair. Defensively, though, we've made some poor mistakes. But look at that play. And Longstaff apologizing, of course, for that dangerous play. So happy to see, but we can't just keep going down, man. We have to seal the game.
Yeah, it was a high foot. Yeah. But you're right, and I did say sometimes I think the conditions can play the part in this game, and I think the conditions have played a part in the game. But you cannot justify
there we go.
Passing.
Alexander Isak, number 14 for Newcastle United, is going to have to pass it to Harvey Barnes, and Barnes back to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall back to Barnes, and then Mbeumo and Barnes.
Well done.
What a pass right there by Lewis Hall. Ooh. Man, that would have been a dangerous pass right there, but well done by the Brentford defender.
Well done. Well done, Hawley.
Newcastle United.
Come on, Lewis.
All right.
Stats at the minute, Newcastle 52%.
I can't play with you yet because I'm doing something. I can't play.
6 shots, 2 on top.
Even my dogs got
Two,
excited too. The second
4
goal
and
of
3
Newcastle's.
for Brentford.
Dan Burn, the 9-finger Frankenstein, with Jacob Murphy to execute the corner kick.
Short.
Oh, we've gone
Alexander
short.
Isak back to Murphy. Murphy, the pass back to Lewis Hall, who's going to hoof it
Over
in there.
goes.
I had to
Oh,
punch
go
it
on.
out. Be
Over
careful.
punch.
And Joe Linton is
Joe Linton's
still.
been poor, hasn't he?
He's been
He has.
missing. He's been missing.
not
He's
ex-
MIA. And now Alexander Isak. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind Tonali coming on for Joe Linton.
Well, I think you'll get that at half time if it continues.
Alexander Isak being on the left side of things. What a proper center forward. Elite. The best behind Haaland in the world, in my opinion. Alexander Isak, Longstaff passing it to Livramento. Livramento to Murphy, who's been
again.
very active.
That'll do. Up in that
That's going to
corner.
be a throw in for Newcastle United. Thiago letting it go.
Thiago.
Pass back to Fabian Schär, who's going to have
Whoa.
to pass it all the way back to Nicholas Pope. Back to Pope. And Newcastle, see, but look at the difference though. Newcastle not wanting to hoof it, keeping it on the keeping it down on the pitch, and that might be due to the wind, as Gary was saying, or it might just be another tactical thing to say, look, we don't play up high, man. We're gonna play it through the bottom.
Well done.
And Harvey Barnes now 101. Harvey Barnes 101 again. He has the ability to make something happen. Rub the lamp, Harvey Barnes! Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, my goodness gracious. Alex
Just a bit
Murphy,
too tall for
Jacob
him, I
Murphy.
think.
But I tell you what a run and what a cross right
Yeah.
there by Harvey Barnes. And he's just, I wonder if Murphy jumped too early.
Just too big for him, look.
Oh,
He's
man.
trying to get over the top of it.
Oh,
Yeah, he's trying to get over the top of it, but it was just climbing on it.
just, oof.
He tried so hard to get on that.
Yeah.
That was
Anyway.
great play, though. Great play.
What a game we have right now.
Barnes is making up for his cock-ups.
Yeah, well, like I said, and that's what you want. You want to see players that don't drop their heads. And like I say, when he gets himself back involved in the game as quick as he has, then that it just proves that he's there for the fight. People can make mistakes, and that's what I said. Sometimes it just happens when you're on top of the game, and that's what this is where you need to see character.
Well, that's the thing with Harvey Barnes. That's why I was telling you before the game. It could make sense to me because I know what he can do, and he knows what he can do, which is giving the ball, and he'll scramble up something, rub the lamp, and he might make something happen, which he has tonight so far.
I'm going to rub the lamp.
Yeah.
I'm rubbing my dog's back because he's so excited. Me jumping about for the last couple of minutes. He thinks it's time to play.
My lovely wife says he's the man of the match. First half for me. Well, it could be divided. I mean, he didn't make a mistake, but I think Harvey Barnes and Isak. Isak also had a blunder, man. I'll tell you what. But they could certainly be in the conversation for that. And there is a flag. It's going to be a free kick for Newcastle United. Fabian Schär to execute. Haven't been seeing Bruno in the last 5 minutes as far as activeness is concerned, but he certainly had a decent game. Jacob Murphy, ball back from Joe Linton. Murphy is going to go against two people now. Murphy is going to have to cut back, though, in a throw in for Newcastle United. Lewis Potter was complaining there, but it's Newcastle's ball. Fabian Schär.
Boys.
Livramento, Murphy. Man, that's a foul on Murphy. And Lewis Potter and Murphy are having a bit of a battle there. Murphy looking back at him. Don't step over me, boy.
The rescue dog is here. The rescue dog has left the kennel.
There you go, Joe Linton down. And Joe Linton has been awful quiet. I wonder what's going on with J7.
Weird, isn't it, to see J7?
Maybe he's missing the blonde hair like Samson. No, he messed up. His hair is not the way it used to be.
It is weird with J7 because usually he's the one that carries the team, especially when the going gets tough. And yet he's been MIA, like you say, most of the match. To be fair, had very little involvement in either defence or midfield.
Oh, flicking.
Brentford going along now.
Yeah, to Mbeumo, who's been awful quiet as well since his goal. Dan Burn, hoofing it for a throw in for Brentford.
Taking no chances with Mbeumo on the wing there.
Brentford the ball back. Flecking now is going to hoof it. Mbeumo can get to it. Wissa.
Is ridiculous.
And well done right there by Bruno Guimaraes. Getting that ball away. Now Livramento. Back to Bruno. Bruno. Livramento. Nicely done, Jacob Murphy. And now back to, was going to be back to Livramento, but a throw in instead.
Still got the throw in.
Now Sean Longstaff.
Come on, folks, hit the likes.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button, folks.
200 odd in and only 6.
Oh, be careful.
Come
Be careful. Be
on.
careful. That could have been a bad mistake right there, but Wissa lurking and Burn just in time. 41 minutes underway. Oh, losing the ball, J7 once again.
Which is a very unusual way for him to lose the ball.
Yeah, it is.
The ball is going to go back to Mbeumo now on the right side. He looks to be the man.
Stay in place. Watch him.
Come on, you've got to be on your toes there, Hall.
Mbeumo.
Don't stand off him.
Vandenberg. And now Mbeumo. 101. He can't do nothing there. He's going to, yeah, exactly.
That'll do.
Good.
Well done.
That's a goal kick for Newcastle United.
Keep it coming.
And now Harvey Barnes fighting for it. The ball's going to go back to Longstaff. And now on the left side, Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall with the long pass.
That's the ball. God!
Oh!
Was that long? Who's that?
That was Barnes.
No, that was Barnes. Wow, what a vision right there by Lewis Miley.
That's what I said.
Well
that's his
done.
best position, you know. Number 10, look. I keep saying it. He can shoot with left and right feet. If we played with him sitting in that hole as a 10, I tell you something now, you'd see a different Harvey Barnes.
I agree with that. He is a 10.
See, he was the one
all over the place.
That's what I said. For West Brom, he played that literally played within the 18-yard box, line to line, and he scored left-footed, right-footed all the time, and he looked so good.
Jacob Murphy with the corner. I'm passing it. Same play as before, though. Same play as before.
He has the pattern back in again, exactly the same as he did the last
time. Come on.
Oh, man, my.
Nobody gambling on that back stick.
That was off right there. Now Alexander Isak, the ball is still in play. A throw in for Newcastle United.
Going to start showing, lads. I don't know who that was that crossed that.
Bruno.
That was Bruno.
That was a carbon copy. I think they've decided that they're not going to thank you, Random Access.
Thank you, Random Access, for the gift of membership. That's going to Jabba Dabba Doo. Thank you, mate.
Jabba Dabba Doo.
Man, that's a good pass though. And I tell you what, I like it. I just don't. I wouldn't like to see it again though.
Well, you've got to have a variety, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, quick.
Murphy, come on, Murphy.
Murphy on the left now.
Murphy to the line.
Murphinho. And a nice block right there by Flecken.
Deflection.
And Murphy once again.
Yeah, nearly wrong-footed Flecken, that deflection there.
Well done.
I'll tell you something now. Murphy, for me, has probably been close to man of the match the first half.
Oh, he's certainly been very active. 2 assists already. I'm sorry to be ranking, but today is different performance than last time, where I could agree with you. But today,
he has been up there with some of the best play we've had.
And now we go J7. Back to Dan Burn. Be careful, Burn. To Fabian Schade. Livramento. Moving all the way to the right side. Longstaff passing it back to Fabian Schade. And Shade's going to look for an outlet. to Isak.
Too
A
easy, that one.
wasted
Too
pass
straight.
there.
Yeah, too straight, as normal from Shaw. That's what I said. When you've got conditions like this is the type of game where you don't want to be playing too many percentage balls up in the air, because you've got to try and judge the weight of them. You don't know whether the wind's going to
Oh,
take
be
you
care-
forward or
be
take it back.
careful. Mbeumo, well done.
Well done, Shaw.
On the defense there. He is a dangerous man. And I can see what the excitement is about, to be fair. Although today he's been kind of quiet after his goal. But he gives you that aura that as soon as he gets the ball and starts going inside, that something dangerous will happen. So
3 minutes.
Well, you can see how good this first half's been, and like I say, you see it as you see it. But it's been one of the quickest 45 minutes I've actually seen this season, because it's been end to end. It's been it's been battles in the middle of the park. I agree, and it has been sloppy at times. Like now,
man,
I must
J7
admit,
will take the ball
J7,
once again.
Very
J7 is
unusual
poor.
for him to lose the ball the way he's lost it the last twice.
His head's just not on this game at all
No.
today. And that's I suppose that's the problem now. Is it his shoulder that's bothering him, or is it the fact that he is knackered from the Wednesday game and he's
That's
just
it. Hoof the twat.
play your
There we
line?
go. And now we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with Yarmouk passing it inside. Norgard. And
Well done. Good tackle in there from J7 that time.
And Mbeumo gets the ball back. Vandenberg back. Now
A little bit too standoffish for me, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Well done, though, defensively.
Could
The
have
ball's
went
going to go to
Great
Harvey
ball
Barnes.
from
away.
J7.
Harvey Barnes 101. Harvey Barnes 101. No, nobody there though. Nobody there with
Yeah,
him.
he hasn't got an outlet, has he, at all?
Yeah, he ran out of air going against two defenders there.
That's the only thing that I keep saying about Harvey Barnes. He hasn't got a second pace. He can find space, but he has no second pace. So if you put him into channels like that, you've got to have players with him that will support him. Else he's got nowhere to go.
He hasn't got that turbo for it.
No. He hasn't got that second speed whatsoever.
It's a characteristic in my opinion. I don't think there's a downfall or anything like that. It's just players are different. And either way, what was he supposed to do? Cut inside and shoot? I mean, he needed to have somebody anyway.
Exactly. He did try play inside, but like I said, it was just deflected then towards the goalkeeper. And that's what I said. If you're gonna have Harvey Barnes as the outlet, which was a great ball, but you've still got to have runners from deep to get there with him.
Here we go, J7 now with Longstaff. Longstaff, somewhat of a decent game today.
Yeah, done well.
Livramento.
Go on, Tino.
Go on, Tino.
Go on, Tino.
That's
Tino.
right there. That's gonna be a foul.
Referee, have a word, sir. Have a word, Mr. Hooper.
The stubby man himself.
Hooper.
His torso is longer than his legs.
Super Hooper, that's how we.
But Livramento on the run there. Look at that play, though. That cross alone there, Bruno. Oh, man.
He's just hammered it right back across the goal, hasn't he? And nobody's thought about it and gambled on that far post.
No. Right thing to do under the circumstances.
Oh, yeah.
Luis Porra. Oh, the pass right there.
Come on.
And now Isak.
What? Oh.
And nobody home. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be halftime. And the end of the first half. Wow. Boy,
great off for the neutral, I tell you. But it's been two mistakes, really, that has cost us 2 goals.
Yeah. Even to me, really, it's been. To Newcastle fans, I think it's an enjoyable match. Just the defensive errors. I just find it crazy that Brentford scored so easy, man. It's literally bang, 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 over. Man, they got either they're the best shooters in the world, and obviously we did make mistakes for those to happen anyway. But I think a really well-rounded performance. I'm lucky. I'm not lucky. I'm happy Harvey Barnes was able to come on and do what he's doing after that mistake, because he's still the most effective. But he probably has the most goals right now for Newcastle United, and he hasn't been given the minutes as of late. So
Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes probably still the top Newcastle
No,
top goal scorer.
Isak's top scorer.
He's top now, but I guarantee you,
Harvey Barnes is
Barnes
number 2.
yeah, there you go. So that says a lot. Would you guys make any changes at halftime? And let us know in the chat
J7.
as well.
Yeah, I think J7's
J7. He's got to come off.
Yeah,
And
he's
to
got to
be
go.
fair, you look through it, and there's players. Again, you go back to the mental side of things, and there's a couple of players out there to me that are still in Wednesday night. Louis Halls looked miles off today, and I don't know whether that's the psychological effect of having a game against Mo Salah and being stripped a couple of times. He's now up against Mbeumo. He's giving him far too much respect. He's giving him far too much space. He's allowing Mbeumo to take control of the ball. If you had a look at that ball from midfield, which is again the battle that we lost, to allow the long ball forward, Mbeumo had time. The ball bounced up to his thigh, up onto his quad. That to me is a time where, as a defender, where you get in there and you close the space. Lewis all backed off, and then once Mbeumo stepped inside, he came onto his left foot. He then rode the challenge of 2 other players. And as Wynn thought, it looked like it got a deflection, but it didn't. It was a clear shot. The problem is with Pope, because it comes through so many bodies, you can't react to that. By the time you're reacting, it's actually in the back of your net. It's past you.
Well,
And it's clinical finishing. This is exactly what we want.
A big shout out to Mark Donnie Dawson, who says, "Hola, lads. Just recently found your page. Absolutely brilliant commentary. Better than all of the rest by a million miles. Thank you so much, mate.
Well, thank you very much.
I appreciate that. Those are kind words. It helps us keep going for the boost the morale. Because I have to deal with the mighty Wayne, man, and it's just he shows up to drink. He's here to do a job, which is give the comment. I'm doing the narrating the game. Him and Gary are supposed to bring the analysis, commentate on what's happening, and the guy just good game, and takes a sip of his beer.
He gets involved, don't you, mate? That's what I said.
He's currently J7 tonight. That's what he's doing.
When it's required.
He's J7 tonight, man. He's not doing much other than just drinking. But it is what it is. Welcome, Mark Donnie Dawson. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. And Two Nut says 0 reason to take Longstaff off. Well, that is the case. I think Longstaff has had a decent game, and now I'm actually going to say, based on what he's done on the pitch, I'm liking this Longstaff performance better than the Arsenal performance, better than the Chelsea performance. That a lot of people really use that as a motivation to keep him on. I think today I saw proactive passes, vision, which didn't think he had, and even a shot that was a dangerous one in the early stages of the game.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I think he went quiet a little bit in the late second half, but I thought he's had a really good 7-ish performance, if you will. And I think if you got to make a change, Tonali needs to come on for J7, the worst player on the pitch.
Yeah,
and not even worse. I think he's just the absent player. I don't think he's had the ball enough to say he's had bad performance. I mean, he lost the ball, multiple times in ways where he was a cone. He literally just stripped the ball off of him. And to me, that almost feels like might be something mental, something that came to mind. And I know I don't want to correlate.
Ball left from Barnes, dear.
Yeah,
that was a poor ball.
Yeah, that was it would have been lovely, but look at that shot.
That was a great finish, mate. I mean, that's what I said. You give these, and these aren't real massive chances. Remember, both Mbeumo's and Wissa's have been half chances at best, and they've put them away. And that's what I said. You look at their clinicians. They are very clinicians in front of goal. So yeah, listen. At the end of the day, we're still in the game. To me, this is like coming out for 0-0. But it's been really exciting. It's been really entertaining, and you can question what is it still the effects from Wednesday? I still think there's a potential. There's a couple of players out there that are still struggling from Wednesday's psychological thing, but nothing major.
And it could be, but I can almost tell you that if his house was robbed yesterday or the day before, I can tell you his head is not in the game. His head is at his house with his family. That's the type of performance that I'm seeing. Now, I don't want to correlate it to because that happened 2 weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even put that.
But that's what I'm saying. If you told me his pad got robbed 2 days ago, man, he's not in it. I would agree with you because he's literally playing as a cone. He's not even. It's not whether you can shoot or you can pass or you can have the vision. he's literally a cone. They're stripping the ball away from him. His strength is there, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with J7. So I think if he's tired,
For me, like I said, this is the ideal situation. You don't have to do it directly after, and we know Eddie won't do it. But we've all seen what happens when you play with number 10s. I mean, we aren't really struggling to pick up Norsgaard in his role because they're having to defend a lot more than we are. They're breaking very good and very quickly because they're leaving one or two bodies up front, and they're relying, as daft it looks, like I said, with the elements, they're relying on us making mistakes because that's what the elements do. And yeah, it has been proven. But if we were just to say to it, you know what, we're going to come and take the game to you, what I would do now is I would bring Tonali on for J7, leave the thing as it was. But as the game goes, then I'd bring Anthony Gordon on, not for Barnes. I'd bring him on for another, wherever. And I would leave Harvey Barnes in that number 10 role, a little bit more advanced, and just say, cause problems. Because, like I say, if you leave him space from 20 yards, he'll shoot. He's got the brain to go a give and go, but he hasn't got his ability to break lines. And we've just seen that. He can break them, but it's so easy for the guys to get back at him because he just hasn't got that acceleration.
And I think this time around, meanwhile, the Mighty Wind takes a nap. This time around, Harvey Barnes, for the first time, is playing, like I said, it's a 10, like all over the place, not just sticking to the left and that's what I got to do, but more just I'm going to play me. I'm going to do me, which is I'm a free guy. I'm a freelancer. I'm in the middle. I'm on the right. He scored leaning towards the right. He was on the right side as if he was a right winger when he got that ball. That shot just unbelievable, man.
But that's that fluid system I was talking to you about. And this is what I like about Eddie Howe's system now, that you're probably starting to see more of the flower from the bud. At the times, it looked like we were very much zonal play. And what I mean by zonal, when you've got Harvey Barnes out on the right, he sticks to more of a right winger. When you've got J7 out on the left, he sticks more as a left winger. You don't have much of an interplay within. And what you've had in the past is Isak being very much alone in that box, and it's a lot to do. What we've seen over the Liverpool game, and we've seen it a couple of times starting to appear, but then it regressed with a couple of games past with West Ham. You've got this team that is able to work the channels. Now, as again, you've seen today, the same as Isak did against Liverpool, he's working the wing left to right. A couple of times he's come deep to play the give and go, but he's working the channels left and right. And what you need then is the lads out on the left or right hand side to work the channels inside. Harvey Barnes does it lovely. Murphy doesn't do it as much. But what you've noticed, very, very rare does Isak go out to the right-hand side because we've got a natural right footer there. If we had a left footer there, you'd see him do it more often.
Well, we got a super chat comment from Brandon Maxes once again. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your support. It says, I'm now hoping we've turned a corner if only we can keep it up. Well, look, you can count on the performances that we've been. Well, actually, we still got to hold on because it's only been 2 performances where we've seen something. We gotta maintain a level of calm in this situation. But I think we're seeing positive things, and we shall see. We still got to draw. By the way, we are on these performances that we're talking about. We're talking about what we're seeing on the pitch, but now we gotta do a little more of what the Mighty Win wants football to be at. It's just show the scoreboard and show the table. We're not gonna do that yet, but regardless. We got to look at the table. We're only adding 1 point at a time, and that's not necessarily helping us. So it's positive to get a point, but at some point, you got to get those threes. Those threes got to start coming because the table right now is very tight. If we look at it, I'm gonna pull it up on my end here, just on my phone. But Newcastle United with Brentford are drawn. If that continues, Brentford is still going to be on top of us, and we're still going to be 11th as of now. So if we get 3 points, though, we're going to. I don't know if SofaScore already is counting the point, but did we have 20 points before this match? Maybe
just above us on goal difference, aren't they, Brentford?
It depends on what Fulham, Forest, and Bournemouth do. I don't know if they played already or what's going on with them. Mighty Win, I think you're a Fulham fan, or Brighton fan because they play better than us. So
City are drawn 1-1 at Palace.
Right,
Palace, yeah.
And Villa are.
But I said we're not worried about that, Mark.
1-0.
So if we win,
as it stands, we're still 11th
Right, yeah, I know.
If we win, we'll go to joint sixth.
Well, the thing is, if we win today, we got
Unless we win by
you
3
join six.
goals, in which case
That's where we need to be. We need to start in those 3 points instead of just saying, okay, we played great, amazing, but 1 point. You know what I mean? We got to do that. We got to do that, and hopefully, I don't know, to be honest, what
Well,
changes.
I think on the balance of play, the first half we deserved to be in front. You had Longley hitting the bar. You had that ridiculous miss by Isak after he's done all the hard work and just
Yeah,
put the ball in the net, for God's sake. And then you had Bruno hitting just wide on 23 when it was I think it should have been on target. And then, of course, Murphy just not getting up to that beautiful Barnes cross.
Yep.
So they've had one other chance when Wissa was left clear and were covered for him. But on the balance of play, we deserve to be in front.
Yep, I agree with that, and so hopefully we'll continue it. Would you guys make any changes other than J7, or is everybody good?
No,
I think you only need to make one, and like I say, you just
for
need
the
to
time
strengthen that
being,
midfield.
and then I would
Yeah, yeah.
change J7 at half time, and then think about putting the big guns on.
I'd bring I'd bring Gordon on for Longstaff. It wasn't had a bad game. It'd be a tactical thing for me,
Yeah.
and I'd go out to win this game now, second half, because you can see the quality of us to Brentford is there. You take the elements out, like I said, because that favours Brentford. It's if we make it scrappy, which it has been at times in the middle of the park, you make it scrappy, they come more into the game. If you bring the technical players on and you play the formation and the passing channels, you should dominate the game. You should be the quality of Liverpool and Man City here.
And what we've seen in the first half, you're on about the scrappy bits. Those scrappy bits are where J7 normally absolutely excels.
Dominates. Yeah, it dominates.
You do not get a 50-50 ball off J7. But today, he's been way off the mark.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it is a strange one because, like I say, you want all your players. Like I say, I love J7. He's the general in midfield. But if you're not doing it, then you just can't keep hoping that it's going to change.
And is it because he can't put himself about in his normal tank manner because he's worried about the shoulder thing?
He's not really hitting the box. He's not really defending. You're the halfway man, and like I say, in games like this, like I said, this is going to be a battle today because of all the things that go for Brentford and against Newcastle. So you want your fighters out there. Now, if he's got his shoulder problem that he's got his mindset on, that he can't fall to the ground in these conditions, then he shouldn't be on the park because your head is not involved in the game to the capacity it should be. So I'm only making excuses up. I don't know what it is, but he certainly isn't the lad that was seen on Wednesday.
No,
on a positive note, if the score stays the way it is, we have a new leader at the top of the predictions back, and it's War Queenie.
Hey!
Who is currently getting 5 points for this. Closely followed by Niall Powell, who also predicted 2-2.
I could go. I'm. Where am I at, man? I'm top of the league certainly.
You're third.
Not your top of the league. I'm saying top of the league for me means the top 4, 5, whatever.
You're third in the predictions league.
So I'm third. Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just doing my thing, man. Just doing my thing. But I'm already over though. I did predict 2-1. So, do I get points for the goals?
You've got a point for the 2, yeah.
What about for the 1 of Brentford? Or you got
they've scored 2.
Yeah, they've scored 2.
It's not per goal, but it's
no.
Okay, gotcha.
No.
All right.
So you get 1 point for us scoring 2 goals. But I'll be honest with you, the way that first half was.
You'll get another 2 points if we score again.
Yeah.
This game's going to go pretty poor if it stays the same. I'm telling you now, because he's got goals written all over it.
Why would it be another point? I only said 2-1.
Yeah, but then you'd be getting the 2 points for the win that you're not getting at the minute.
That you're not getting at the minute, yeah, exactly. Because I said 3-1, and like I say, I've lost that.
If we win, I get another point.
You get another. You get another. Do 2 points.
I get 2 points. Okay, good. That's true. All right, that's good. So that would be 4. I'm looking good. Then I would be top of the league.
Then you would be top of the league.
Come on, man. Say that, man. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are underway in the second half. Right now, Brentford, Newcastle.
But if we win, there'll be a whole lot more people getting points as well.
There we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. No changes so far as I've seen. So
nothing that's been put on the screen anyway.
no. So here we go. We're underway in the second half. Please hit the like button. Be careful, Mbeumo. Ooh, Fabian Burn there. Lucky to get that one with his left foot.
What do you mean, lucky? Brilliant.
Straight away, though,
covering for all there.
Already you can see exactly what their element is to get the ball long. They've had the flick on from the header, and yet again, once again, we've seen Hall giving Mbeumo far too much time to get something on the ball. And there was a deflection that come to Burn, to be fair, so it was covered.
There we go. The ball goes in, and Collins.
Come on.
And
straight out. That's all right now. Come on, Shoney.
Oh, sorry, Gary. You go in and do the thing, man.
But it's off the screen, mate. I was going to say. Right then, so we've picked the ball up and we've got Lewis Hall on the left-hand side. So Newcastle are playing left to right as we look at the screen. Hall's gone for the give, and it's a great ball down the line. Isak's on his own, but he's unfortunately just hit the first player trying to get the ball in early. So Hall's being stood up at the moment, and he's giving it inside to J7, who's having a little bit of a tussle with. Again, I'm not 100% because I can't see the screen very well this side, Chris. If I'm honest, so I can't even see the numbers on the shirt, buddy.
Well, let me do it then.
I'm going to say, I can only assume.
I'll leave you the 10 minutes or so I can do the other stuff.
That's fine.
Here we go.
Now we're in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in trouble. Oh, man, we got lucky on that one. And Pope with the sort of save, but it got through him. It got through him.
It was behind him to a degree, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was a nutmeg almost or what happened there.
That was so weird.
This is better football, though. That's 5 good passes.
Well, there we go. Now, Livramento. Back to Murphy. Not sure what's going to happen there, but I'm sure we're going to see it. What happened there on that play? J7 still on the pitch. It just makes he's played so absent though. It makes me question Eddie again.
Yeah, it's a 60-minute man, isn't he? That's what I'm saying.
I just don't understand. But what else? How badly can a player? What do you have to do? Do a 3 own goals? I just don't understand. And it's no criticism to Joe Linton. I guess you're just having a bad game. But you've got to do what's best for the team. You're only drawn 2-2, so don't get it.
Every time they come over the top, we look like we can concede at any point.
Got there, got through.
There we got there. Now Harvey Barnes with the pass to Isak. Gets to him though. Isak and
just tried to put it onto his right foot to get a shot off.
Well in, Shawnee.
Well done there. And now back to Isak. Ball. Alexander Isak.
Come on, we've got to hit the box, boys.
Give it to Barnes. Barnes is going to have it to Tino Livramento. Tino. Murphy with the subtle cross.
Come on.
Isak.
Lay it off.
He could have passed it to J7 there.
J7 was just waiting for that ball on the edge of the box.
Yeah, he's asking for it right there, J7, telling Isak, give me the ball, man.
Give me the ball, lad. Yeah, he just took another touch and he didn't need to.
Oh, look at that, though. Let's take a look at it again right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
how is he?
Barely gets a touch on the post.
No, Pope pushes it onto the post.
Well, he goes underneath him, though. That's what I'm saying. It's a crazy thing. The ball gets shot by Mbeumo. I don't know whether there's a deflection from Tino off his knee or something. But the ball then seems as if it goes under the body of Popey. Popey gets his hand to it and then flicks it back onto his near post. Weird as hell that was.
Well, there we go, ladies and gents. 49 minutes underway in this second half. Eddie Howe speaking with Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
And now Livramento.
We go long.
Alexander Isak playing very low. Back to Burn. Burn going with Lewis Hall, who hoofs it accurately all the way to J7. You see, there we go. Now J7.
J7. Oh, referee.
That's not offside. A foul, man.
Offside.
Oh, offside. Okay, well, whatever.
I mean, that looked tight as well, to be fair.
Let's take a look at it.
Oh, he was.
That's not it. Was he?
Just. If you're looking at the parallel lines, his foot was just in front.
If you look
of
at
the
the player
play.
on this side, he had his hand up straight away. Who was the player playing him on? Who would have been playing him on, but wasn't?
It was
There we
literally
go.
a leg. You know what's how long J7's legs are?
Flecking, hoofing it to Mbeumo, and J7 is going to get it, the ball back. Lewis Hall, well done
Oh,
there.
well done.
Look at that, Lewis
Beautiful.
Hall.
That's better.
Proper.
And
And
he's
now
going to
Harvey
make the
Barnes.
run forward. He's saying, give us it.
Harvey Barnes. And
Come on,
Barnes.
Harvey.
Locking and loading
Come on,
from
Harvey! Oh!
Oh.
Miles away, to be fair.
Harvey Barnes.
Oh.
Had it
I
in
thought-
sight.
Yeah, I thought that was going to nestle in the bottom corner. It was one of them, wasn't it, when he turns inside and just wand. It's like a little deft flick into the air, into that far corner, but
Yeah.
not enough bend this time. Does make me wonder which way the wind's blowing, you know.
Did it hit the post?
Was
No,
there
no
a
way.
flick
No
off the edge of the post? He can't
No,
have done
Wales
it.
way.
I just
I
saw the ball change
Yeah,
direction.
I did exactly the same. And that's what I said. I don't know whether that was off the post or whether
maybe
that
the
was just
back,
yeah, I don't know what it was.
Well, anyways,
It didn't go in.
yeah, that's the thing. A throw in for Newcastle United, Jacob Murphy. And smart by Lewis Potter. Stopping that throw in. Be careful now. We've given the ball away. Now Pinnock is going to give it to Wissa.
That
And
was
Wissa
Bruno
out of
again.
angle. Wissa went to Igor. Yarmouk now with the ball, looking for an option. Wissa's cross to Mbeumo. Be careful.
Tino.
Well done, Tino Livramento there.
Well done.
Tino, go.
And now Tino on the run. Well,
He has got
asking
it.
for help.
Potter.
He's asking for help, but he's held the ball up really well, to be fair.
There you go.
And a
Now
lovely
brilliant.
feed. Well done.
left side, Harvey
Brilliant.
Barnes. And Lewis
Come
Hall
on,
running on
Harvey.
the
Come on,
overlap.
Harvey.
Harvey Barnes. Lewis Hall with the cross. Nobody home.
Nobody coming in like backstick.
And Longstaff is going to run for it.
Here's what triangles.
Come on now.
Jacob Murphy.
Murphy.
Poor shot. Yeah,
There you
come
go.
on. You
I mean-
got to think a little more, man.
Yeah. I'm not sure what he was doing there. I think the run from Longstaff that runs on the outside of him here, he comes on the inside channel. He gets the shout, but I don't know whether it was the distraction, when he was lining up the shot with his left foot. We know he's not left-footed, to be fair, so we didn't expect too much from it. But the pass, if he'd have reverse balled that, then it was directly into that Longstaff run. It was cleared on goal there.
Oh, collision there.
Oh, dear.
God almighty, what a collision.
Oh,
Livramento
ahead.
and man,
Both
oh
of them are
man.
down. Again, this is the elements, I think, holding the ball up.
Ouch.
Tino looks all over the
I think
place.
right into the rib cage, it looks like. Let's take a look at it again. Livramento. Poof. Right into the side. Igor Thiago and Livramento. There you go. And that's the way he landed on his shoulder.
Yeah, I didn't think there was much from Thiago there, but I think Tino had the full mercy of that one, to be fair.
Look at Livramento just knocking him.
Yeah, he's just like, what the fuck was that? It was like WWE.
We are knackered.
There we go. We haven't been using sound effects lately, man.
No, we
What's up
haven't.
with
We
that?
haven't. You're right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you're the one who's got the buttons. we
Yeah, we're
haven't.
the only ones that got the buttons. Yeah, we need to get him back, man. Mighty Wins opinions so far left us like. There
Indeed.
you go.
There you go. Ah,
Just
come on,
letting you
J7.
guys
Let's
do
step
your
up now.
thing.
J7, that's a
referee.
foul right there. May not
Come
call, but the
on.
referee.
Burns. Just, I mean, these are the like I said, this is where we've got to win. Well done. Oh,
Antonio.
come on, ref. You've just given a 50-50 ball there, and it's gone. It's for two players to challenge. His eyes are on the ball all
That's
over.
not a foul. That can never be a
No.
foul.
I mean, okay, he's in the air, but
And
Yeah,
it's
but
hit his shoulder as well.
he's got a dead leg, I think.
I mean, this is unfair because anytime you jump, it's over. You know what I mean? He didn't get underneath him or anything like that. So
Didn't even jump.
But he had his eyes on the ball all the way. There was no
Yeah.
meaning in that whatsoever. I mean, I suppose that's the reason why he hasn't been booked, to be fair. because they could deem that as dangerous play, you see, if you're taking your player off balance. So I suppose that's a favourable thing. But I mean, like I said, there was very little in it.
Oh, be careful. And it's a goal by
fuck's
Brentford.
sake. Again, it's that can't compete with these balls in the air, and I don't know what it is. Just long hoofs into the box, and it's misjudged everybody. Again, we've done it. It's like suicide.
I'm
You know,
telling
you've got to deal with the first ball, man.
It is so easy to score against us. It's I just cannot fathom, man. I just cannot understand. I just cannot understand. How do they
Unreal.
score so easy?
That's what I said. You're not dealing with the first ball, you see. It just comes
Look
over.
at that.
Over everybody, look. Over everybody. And it's just
Longstaff,
runs.
J7. Shaw right there. Doesn't even get the damn ball.
No.
Burn in the picture. J7 lets it go. Livermento's man is off. Just passes it to the ball. Just passes it to the goal. Literally.
You've got to deal with the first ball. And that's Shaw, mate. That's got nobody. If he deals with that ball, he dives underneath it. It's to the side of him. He's not even watching the fucking ball. He's watching the player. If he deals with that ball, he doesn't get through to Collins for the goal. Because then everybody else is like, backing off. You've seen Burn coming from his player to try and close it down. Everybody was man marking there, and it all come from Shaw not dealing with that ball in the air. And I've said it all year long. He isn't the central defender that we need for aerial clearances. He's just too weak in the air.
I agree with that as well. But J7 as well on that one didn't even try.
Yeah, he didn't follow his player. No, you're right.
And come on, man. It's too easy, man. Too many Newcastle players that could have stopped that. Too many. Fuck me, man.
Oh, my God. That's a poor ball again. Down the wing from Isak.
Mighty, when you got something to say?
Well, I'll tell you what I have got to say. Gary and Ian Fleming are now joint top of the league.
Oh, man. That's irrelevant, man. What's going on the pitch? Fuck,
well, it was just inability to deal with a standard cross, really. And as Gary said, it's
together we can change history.
Not good enough in the air. You
no, but this is
rubbish. If you look at the slow-mo, that ball comes to the side of Fabian Schär, right? It doesn't come over him. It comes to the side of his head.
Yeah.
Because the ball disappears when it comes to the side. So it's available to be headed away.
Well,
that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Dangerous free kick now.
Yeah. And you say we deserve a win. It's about getting it done, man. Fuck me, man. Get it done,
it's just
for
been
fuck's sake.
Bad mistakes all the way along. Now, all three goals didn't have to be goals if players were doing what they should have been doing.
But you can say the same thing about Liverpool. But then we said, well, it's Liverpool. It's Mo Salah. Well, what about now? It's too easy, man. The shot from Wissa. Right to the Pope.
Yeah, they've certainly got the wind behind them, these guys, now, because they're shooting from 30 yards.
They can shoot. They can do everything. Well, why wouldn't you? Exactly. Why wouldn't you just shoot?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, we got Bruno Guimaraes, and we need a numph. We need something. We need a motor. A kick, a restart.
It's coming up to 60 minutes, so we know what we're going to get, don't we?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's depressing to a degree because, like I say, there's at least a couple of goals. I'm going to say 2 out of the 3 shouldn't have happened. And that's where you get that. And if you're giving it, oh Jesus, that's
now Murphy's getting into a frenzy with Lewis Potter. Whole game.
Oh, they're breaking now. They seem to have got the impetus now. Look,
the cross. Got to be careful. The ball goes back to Brentford though. Yarmouk is going to have to pass it back. Pinnock, Collins.
That's mental.
Vandenberg.
Yeah, to even consider, that's a good ball. The wind's definitely with them. You see how quick that ball went out there. So again, you're working on the elements. It's a case of we've got to be tight when it comes to play. I mean, you give like there. He had no reason to shoot, but because he had the half an hour. He had the half yard. He just threw it
Literally 15 seconds before 60th minute. Murphy coming off for Tonali. Gordon coming off for Murphy. And J7 now coming up. And this was a thing the whole time.
Yeah.
You have played him for 15 minutes. What the hell were you expecting anything to change? J7 was never in the game. Make the substitution immediately, man. Have some
Yeah, but
bollocks and make it.
why have
And
you
that,
taken Murphy off?
well,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that
and
doesn't
now
make any
Gordon is going to
fucking
be on the right.
sense.
Gordon is going to be on the right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't
no,
make any
actually, well,
sense.
Gordon looks to be on the left. So is
Yeah,
Barnes
Barnes
going
has
on the
gone
right?
over to the right. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm just hoping now we get a little bit more.
Or has he put Gordon on the left and Barnes where you want him?
No,
Well,
because there's
who's
nobody on
going to
the
be on
right
the
hand
right?
side. Because Longstaff will play in the middle still, won't he? That's what I said. For me, I would have taken Longstaff off on around 65 minutes to obviously bring that balance on the right hand side again.
Go on, Tonali, lad.
Oh, Tonali, what a referee there having a few words with Sandro.
Straight away, we've got that the foul, and hopefully now we get a
I
little
don't know
bit in the middle of the park.
if it's just the way it is, but Tonali must be saying, "You bring me in every time we're losing, dog. Every time we're losing, you bring me in to save the eggs."
Yeah, what do you want me to do now?
You know what I mean? So, fuck me, man. Well,
Well, it was the gamble, and again, the gamble hasn't paid off for him at all, has it?
defensively, at least. Offensively, we've done
No.
decent, but we just, but defensively is rubbish, man, all over the place, literally. I just don't understand. We have a defense made of butter, man.
Yeah.
Made of butter.
Well
And
done.
look at that, though. Well done. The cross back, nobody to nobody.
Corner.
And Longstaff is yelling at Lewis Hall. I'm here. I'm back. Pass it back. And also, I mean, those plays look good, but Lewis Hall needs to look up a bit and say where are players at, not just cross it without looking. I know it's easier said than done, but well, there's a corner kick now.
Midfielders always say that when they arrive late in the box. Why haven't you passed to me?
A cross.
Come on.
Ooh. Is that Bruno Guimaraes? And that's going to be another corner kick. And Igor
look at that now.
getting the
He's
bees
doing a
J7
there. Yeah, every time he wins the ball. That's like a tackle, one of those like J7 does when we win in everything in the competition wise. We haven't seen enough of that today.
Everybody's got a man, Lewis Hall, with the corner.
One.
I don't know who's fighting there for that one. And now the ball goes back to Newcastle United. Gordon.
Oh!
It's a little bit too off.
Yeah, used his 9-9 instead of his driver.
Good cut, though, but...
Yeah. Try to shape the ball into that far corner.
I think it was a corner kick. Was that not a corner kick?
No, I think that's gone directly
over.
Guard.
Okay. Well,
it's like I said, it's about getting that ball back. It looked like we'd lost it again to the point there on the back stick, and then a little bit of fight, and we get a shot off. Not on target, but it was a shot, and that's what we need to start doing. We need to get a few more of them to get these pulled back a little bit, because, like I say, every time these come forward, they look like they can score it every time. Oh my God.
There we go. Well, let's. I mean, it is what it is. We gotta score now. 63 minutes on the clock. But it looks like Brentford are now having. Look at that, though. You see that? And Mbeumo holding the ball on his foot. A little bit of
time's theirs now, isn't it?
Yeah, time is theirs, certainly. And Lewis Hall fighting with Mbeumo once again. Another throw-in.
Yeah. I'm not being funny, if Mbeumo versus Newcastle as we speak, he's probably going to ask himself, if I do move, where am I moving to at this level? I mean, it's just...
If he's going to have other suitors.
And like I keep saying, I can understand, and I've said it from day one, as much as we're struggling in the right wing, if you concede goals like we've conceded today, you're asking for, trouble from whoever you play. And that is my concern, is why are we conceding so many goals against, again, weaker opposition, as I call it.
Oh,
that's terrible layoff from Hall.
There we go. Wissa and Mbeumo. Go out to Norgard, and now back to Igor. And nearly done by Pope there. Norgard. Wissa taking a pissa. Wissa Wissa.
Dancing, mate.
Back to Brentford, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, we've become a little bit ragged here.
Yeah, we're not can't put two passes together now. Mbeumo.
No.
Mbeumo with a shot.
Luckily for that one, again, the shape of it wasn't there.
Just while we're waiting for that goal kick, I think I better have a quick revision here because I'd put the 3 goals into the Newcastle column instead of the Brentford column.
I'm going to say.
So now that there has been a revision at the top of the table, and guess who's top?
Got to be Queenie.
No, Queenie was top.
Oh, that's gonna be a handball, though, isn't it? Come on,
it's
just
the
stop
American
it, man.
American Mag's top now, is he?
That's what top of the league.
That's why I always got nosebleeds, man, because I always stay on top, mighty win. I always stay on top. But regardless, I don't give a shit though, man. It's about now. Callum Wilson warming up.
Yeah.
And I just don't know, man.
And by the way, we have a habit at Brentford of Wilson coming on and winning the game.
Yeah,
Wilson
well, he's putting his jacket on.
Does like Brentford. He does score.
This is what.
Look at this on the halfway line, and you've got their goalkeeper
Flecken. It's got. Yeah. If that's not their morale boosted to.
Showing that extra body in the box, look.
Livramento with no option. Livramento's going to pass it to Brentford player, to Norgard.
That's shocking. He should have just hoofed it.
And I'm telling you, man, now the game has died down for us, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've lost the momentum. That's what I said. Unfortunately, changes, and again, by making 2 changes like we have, we've moved players around, and we've gone to that usual. There's nothing on the where we before we had Murphy. We had Murphy who was involved in the game. 2 assists from him on the right hand side. Harvey Barnes was involved in the game. He scored a goal, and obviously, bad pass. And now, we've got nobody on the right hand side at all because, unfortunately, I don't know what it is. Gordon, even J7 playing out there, and Harvey Barnes, we don't get any service there anymore. We've got to start using and utilising the lads that we've got on the park, even if it's not to the rest of the team's liking. These are the players that you've got, and you've got to use them. But you've got to utilise the space in behind. Like I said, now Gordon's on the park. It's like when Bruno and Longstaff are on the park. There's only Gordon never plays because he's going to be our get-out-of-jail card. Doesn't work that way. When we play with lesser players, either side, we seem to utilise the entire park. When the super players come on, we seem to idolise where they play. And that's not what teams do. Crazy.
I do agree with the Harvey Barnes. I mean, he was active on the left, and then you moving him just changed the momentum. Could have Gordon have been on the right if you wanted to make that change? I would have rather done that because Barnes worked in the first half. At least you're not jeopardizing him, and you'll see what Gordon can do on the right, where he has played a few good games, not many, but a few.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep that 4-3-3, but that's what's going to happen though, because he just does not change his road. He does not change, man.
It's like I said, it's okay bringing the so-called lesser players off if you want to rotate Murphy and things like that. But you don't rotate the squad that's on the field that have performed well offensively, not defensively, performed well offensively and had good balance. I mean, I'll let you go with this one.
Longstaff.
Well,
even a long pass right there.
No, that was well played by Isak.
Bruno trying to do something. And just like that, man, it's just everybody's out of answers, man. Oh, look at that Tonali with the nice.
Plenty of time.
But that's crazy.
Yeah. And you say I wouldn't even bring Wilson on yet because, like I say, he's not done anything since he's come onto the field. For me, it should be somebody like Miggy playing on this right hand side, keep the setup as it is, get Longstaff off, and throw a more offensive player into an area.
And now we got Mbeumo on the run. Mbeumo to Wissa. Wissa, then Burn, and and a block right there. A save, somewhat of a bunny hopper for Pope, but he got it done.
Just took that deflection, just took the meat off the shot, didn't it?
Yeah.
It seemed to wrong foot Palpy for a second then, but managed to get his hands on it. So we come again.
Burn doing the Hollywood passes. Oh, wait, Tino.
Yeah, but where is anybody up on the right hand side? Look, now Harvey Barnes has just come into the right hand side. This is what I'm saying. You've lost the balance of the team because he plays more of a central role. And naturally, that's where his brain tells him to go. You know, you got four, look at that, five Newcastle players on one Brentford player there. What is going on, lads? Fucking Nora.
Well,
It's
another
fucking
throw in for
shocking.
Brentford now.
It's shameful. When you have to have 5 players to come and take a ball off of Brentford, one player, 5 of our players coming to run into the same space, it means that there's 4 other fucking players free somewhere else. Come on.
Yeah, that would have been dangerous right there on this play that we're looking at. Again, Wissa, somewhat nicely done by Barron, staying with his man.
Ball just hoofed into the
Then
middle there,
Burn.
just for
There you go.
helpful.
The ball just, I mean, out
Everything's
of
coming
answers,
straight
man.
back
And
at
now
us.
look at this, man.
Come
We're
on,
just
Bruno.
really out of answers, aren't we?
Yeah. That's what I said. We've gone totally unbalanced now.
Man, take your time.
Yeah, you
Yarmouk.
can't say
Yarmouk. Yarmouk. Somebody stop Yarmouk.
It's like it needs 3 players just to stop a player.
Man,
It's
that's going to be a
ridiculous,
throw in
man.
right there for Newcastle United, it looks like. The referee's blowing his whistle. 71 minutes underway. 3-2 Brentford right now. What do we have to do to score, man?
Well, like I said, you've got
to start holding on to the ball. That's the first thing.
You've got to keep stringing passes together. You can't just hit it and wish. And we've gone so far back. Look, you know, and it's like I said, it's that typical panic.
And there's going to be some changes. I don't double changes for both teams. It looks like Harvey Barnes might be coming off. And to me, these changes that he does make no sense to me. Why can't you modify Harvey Barnes on the right? Why can't you just take him off and put the player that's? What are you waiting for? What did those last 5 minutes or 10 minutes that when you make the substitution, what did they do? What are they going to do?
I've done absolutely nothing apart from we've gone more of a back foot than we have on a front foot. And that's what I said. Changes should bring you momentum going forward, not going backwards.
Callum Wilson is currently on the pitch now.
Lungy's off.
Longstaff is off. There we go.
Miggy's on. Ooh.
And Miguel Almiron on the pitch. No.
Come on, Miggy.
Well, come on, Miggy. I hope he can do something, but no, you can tell there's no convictions, man.
Well, like I say, I hope Isak now, if Wilson's gone top, I hope Isak just sits in the slot. And look, I mean, look at that. The weather is awful there.
And now it's raining. And it might be
it's
raining.
It's not stopped raining.
Oh, yeah, it's right. And I hope we can sort something out. And at best, we might get a point.
Well, I can't see it the way we played in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I say, the only team that looked like scoring is Brentford. Because we are all over the shop. And again, this is like a reactive. You know, we've put a team on, and we've changed the outlook of the team, and all of a sudden, he's realised that it's not working, and we've had to make 2 more substitutions.
Oh, look at the space now.
We're giving the ball away. I'll be careful now, Wissa. Oh my goodness!
Ooh, why didn't he shoot there?
Why
didn't he shoot there?
He could have shot.
It would have been 4.
It should have been 4.
My goodness. Onside.
It was clear through.
And
mind, he was
obviously he doesn't like his left foot either.
He doesn't like his left. I'm going to say exactly what I've just said. He doesn't like his left foot.
I tell you what, we're hurting right now. We're a boxer that's on the ropes.
Yeah, we just need to get some momentum. Really crazy. Just hopefully we don't get if we don't concede another one now, and we can just gain a little bit of momentum with potentially the right formation on the field now. Where's this ball going to? Come on.
Anthony Gordon going to fight for it. Well, look at that. It's just like that. They get the ball back. They get.
Yeah. Nobody coming on for that second ball. Look.
Oh, Crystal Palace and Manchester City 2-2. By the way,
that's shocking. That Miggy just.
Oh my goodness!
What the fucking hell's bells? People, I don't know what people see. They obviously see something totally different to me. It's like watching Sunday League football with some of these guys. In actual fact, I'd rather watch fucking Sunday League football. I don't expect that much of them. But it is awful. It really is awful football at the minute. We just need to get a little bit of time, pass a few passes together. Don't go for the percentage stuff. Try and break the lines comfortably.
Oh, there's Bruno doing his 360 and he gets
there
away
we go.
with it.
Tino Livramento. Tino, do something.
Come on.
Tonali.
Oh, that's a bad touch, Tonali.
Yeah.
It was a bad touch, too heavy, to be fair.
Yeah.
But he's in the box, and that's all you can ask for. They're getting bodies into the box. But again, never looks threatening, does it? Every time we have the defensive lines like that, it looks like we're all over the shop. They don't have heavy touches, and that's what I said. How can and this is another thing about me saying weather like this is a leveler. You know what I mean? It's a case of who picks the bones out of the conditions, and Brentford have used the conditions much better than we have today. That's a bad ball out again from Pauper. And Mbeumo just picking the ball up, running back towards his halfway line. But again, we are so far off players. It's ridiculous. We're just backing off.
Oh, look at the space there.
Give and go there. Burn comes out to get a challenge on. But again, he gets to the byline. He's got to cross into the 6-yard box. But then it's just hoofed away. Fucking hell. Isak picks the space, and again, it's a bad ball into Hall, who's played a lovely ball in through to Wissa. Oh, Jesus. A little bit too much weight on the ball, and he runs out for a goal kick. Brentford, out to Shaw. They're all over us, mate. All over us at the minute. We haven't really got out our half in this second half. Ball over the top to try and turn them a little bit. Ball's picked up by, fucking hell, Miggy. How are you offside? Jesus Christ. See what I'm saying? It's about having a brain with football. It's okay having the effort and having the attacking facilities and everything else and work rate, but you've got to have the brain with football. You can't just stand and hopefully the referee or the linesman don't see you in an offside position.
And Eddie Howe is clearly showing frustration, telling the lads, "Move your arses, man." Well, not sure that's going to be enough. Not sure that's going to be enough anymore. And I should tell, man.
Well done, Gordon.
Gordon, yeah.
Eddie Howe once again. Once again.
That was a dive if ever I saw one.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying anything, but it was definitely South American. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, man, you're not allowed to say that. That's not homophobic. What is it?
Homophobic?
Xenophobic.
Homophobic? What the hell? Anyways, no, it's neither
what are
of
the
those.
ones that you're not allowed in these woke days? You know what I mean?
Oh dear. So I didn't say what it was. I just said it was
South American.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't say what it was.
Be quiet, old man. No, it's not. Bruno with the low. Hey, we equalized like this.
That's awful ball again. That's an awful ball. That's an awful ball again. That's what I said. I mean, these are what you've got to start playing in behind, and that's what I said. Sometimes because of the elements, and I keep saying it, you put a little bit too meat on the bone, and it goes straight through to the keeper, and that's what I'm saying. It's difficult, but you've got to fight, and that's what I said. It's about fighting and trying to work the systems, and what you've got to do with this is keep it out the air. There's enough quality in this Newcastle team, as we keep saying, to actually beat these on the floor. Because every time, like I say, look at that. We've just put the ball out for a fucking corner kick there. Where's that come from?
Yeah,
I mean, it's awful.
I'm just in awe, man. I'm in awe of really what's.
First off, was two bad goals to give away, and it was two bad goals. We scored, but the second half it has been all Brentford. We haven't looked like even breaching their goal in this second half.
It's worrisome, man, because
Jesus.
you have. It kind of seems like the attack is good now, but the defense is rubbish. By everybody, by the way, everybody's got a defensive task, but certain individuals over and over. Well, let's see what happens here, man. A counter attack with Miggy. Yeah, well,
Well,
that's not gonna.
that's one of them. It wasn't a great ball out from Gordon. I knew what he was trying to do, but it wasn't superb. But it's like I said, what we've got to do now is place percentages, play to feet, take
Come
out
on,
everything else.
This time, come on.
And we've just got to keep knocking on the door. But we've just not even tried to knock the door to this off at all. It's gone very, very slack.
Come on.
Oh, mighty win. You're rubbish again, man.
You're pegging them all back now, which is what we want them to do.
So,
play the percentage.
Yeah, good, well done.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh, fucking pendulum football again.
Yeah, we'll go pendulum.
Yeah, right to left, left to right. You've got to start pushing into the box. Come on.
Oh, there we go, Gordon. Everybody.
Weak cross again, though, wasn't it?
Did
everything right at the. Yeah, did everything right, but again, just drilled across
If you're
to the front
play it
post.
on the deck, you've got to hit it.
Yeah.
And he just passed it.
Well, again, it's what we said about left foot, right foot, isn't it? When you're not
got Wilson
comfortable
in the middle there now, he could have chipped it.
Was this on the pitch? Oh, man, you could have fooled me.
Bruno now on the right hand side. He's looking to get into the box. He drives towards the box.
Come on.
Gets a half a shot. If you class it as a cross drill to the front post, it just doesn't get missed again.
The last 4 or 5 minutes we've been
better. Yeah, it's been better. Come on then, Miggy.
But nowhere near what was in the first half.
Ref, yeah, that'll do. Now let's load again. But like I said, it's just got to be better quality, into the box. You can't put it anywhere near the goalkeeper.
This is what I'm talking about. We've got a free kick, edge of their box now. It should be automatic. Everybody should know where they're going, who's going to take it, what we're going to do, and they should be doing it quick. And now Trips is coming on for Hall. I didn't believe it.
Well, like I said, Hall hasn't had a great game, to be fair, but I mean, this is fucking desperate.
But that's not a proactive. Proactive for what? What is that going to do as far as the result?
He's put him on for the free kick, has he?
Man,
I'm not being funny. That's even that.
Nah,
if your first touch of the ball not being warmed up is a free kick.
Look at that!
Fucking awful. Come on then, let's have a second one to the back stick. Defended well.
I swear to God, man, this is unbelievable, man.
Gordon throws it into the back stick. We've got overload here. Will Isak to the back stick again?
Oh, come
over
on.
the bar from 6 yards. Tonali. He had a free header there to the back stick.
Absolute free header.
Isak does well, to be fair, to keep that in play. He pumps it to the back stick.
He was alone.
Yeah, he could have directed that better, I think.
Could have been the hero for the night.
Yeah, he tries to power, if I'm honest with you, and he unfortunately just puts it over the bar by just puts it over the bar. It was over the bar by a way, to be fair. But it's desperate, you see. That's what I said. When you're desperate to come back on, it just becomes a little bit of a bad thing. So anyway, tries to get up over the top to bring Wilson in. Wilson brings it down well. Isak now picks the ball up. He's looking up. He's just delaying the pass. He plays it out to Miggy. Miggy looks up. He looks for the inside panel. Into Bruno. Bruno again looks up. Trips, dinks it across to the back stick. Comes out to Tino. Tino to Gordon. Gordon looks to jink it to the back post. Isak goes up for it. Deflection. Just goes to the keeper. Wilson just a yard away. And again, all of a sudden now, we're trying to play football in and around the box all of a sudden, keeping it down. And we've just jinking it into the box without any pressure on the ball. And that's what you need. You keep knocking on the door, you're going to create chances. Flecken goes long. He's looking, obviously, Wissa's gone quiet in this the last 10 minutes now, but he's probably getting a breather. Oh. Popey now looks up, plays it to Trips, back to Popey, trying to draw players on, and he plays it out to, I think is that Shaw? I'm sorry, mate, but it is still very hazy. Apologies to Viewerland, because like I say, I can only see players. I very rarely can see who they are.
Come on,
that's
Miggy.
Yeah, there you go. Miggy gets a wrap around the back of the calf. But he's dancing. So we're on 80 in the 86th minute. Trippier just wanted to take it quick, but they're saying, no. We are going to bring some subs on. So I was going to say, Wiss has been quiet. You can see he's now coming off the park. Wissa, 1 goal, 3 shots, and 3 shots on target, you see. There's a bit of a difference. Every opportunity he's had a go at goal. And Ben Mee's come on. So he's obviously going to try and shore up the midfield, because obviously they realise that we're just getting in behind them a little bit too many times now. So Trippier to Shaw, to back to Trippier, who's gone back to Shaw.
I still don't know what the hell is going on here. I mean, as far as the formation is concerned, Livermento's on the left.
Yeah. And then gone up to Gordon. Gordon driving towards the penalty box. Gordon looks up, he plays it back to Isak, who has a shot. And then fucking hell, what type of shot was that? Fucking Nora, Miggy. Honest to God, this is what I'm saying. I honest to God expect better from my fucking Sunday League players than I do off this lad. And I don't know what it is. And maybe I expect far too much out of him, but he shouldn't be in a fucking shirt. Absolutely not. Because if that's what you're expecting, and I agree, there's people out there that love Miggy for what Miggy does and everything else. But if we want to get somewhere as a team, these players have to be gone. Because you ain't going to get anywhere if you've got these coming onto the park. Like I said, we've lost it. We've lost all momentum. And again, he's made the mistake from making the change on the right-hand side. It's a little bit of head tennis in the middle, and it's come out to Mbeumo. And Mbeumo tries to bring, I don't know who that is, he's just one of the substitutes that's just come onto the park. It's come back to Mbeumo. And the only reason I know it's Mbeumo because of his bald head and beard. That's the only way I can highlight him. Look at that. He's back heel. And again, these have got playing with all the confidence in the world on the edge of our box here. And again, it's driven in towards the goalie, and Popey clutches it out of the air. Within the 89th minute, we're still losing 3-2. 3 goals to Brentford. And I'm sorry, mate. I'm not even going to mention that. Because people will just say I've got Miggy out all over me brain. We've back to Brentford. Oh, Miggy's he has come back, and that's no, that's what I said. I mean, we've scrambled the ball back there. I'll give credit where credit's due, but he has got the deflection back and he's given it to Brentford. But like I said, maybe I am expecting too much too late out of this lad. But these aren't the players that you want to bring on to change games, and that is where I sit with a lot of these players. First off, again, it was a great watch for the neutral. The second half has been so bad, and it's been so bad fundamentally because he didn't have the balls to change at half time. The one player, that's all it needed. But again, and we've heard him mention it before about bringing in, using these substitution windows. If you make it at half time, you've still got another 3 to use.
That's true, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're making these substitutions because you're forced to, because of the natural progression of the way the game's gone, rather than just saying, you know what, I'm going to bring you off, bring you on. That's my freebie. I've still got all those 6 other players that I can choose from going into the game. And he like I keep saying, I don't know what it is about being loyal, but Brentford are through again, and they've scored the fourth, and much deserved, much deserved. And I'm not going to take anything
Rubbish.
away from Brentford, but we are absolutely dog shite at the back because we just cannot, for whatever reason. He's run through 3 or 4 players there, the same player, and you can hold, these guys played on Wednesday the same as fucking you did. You can make as many excuses as you want, but your head just isn't in it. They play a simple ball up to Mbeumo, who slips it inside, and Tino falls over. That leaves him wide open. I don't blame Tino. Like I said, Shaw come out to Mbeumo. Tino overcommitted himself. He unfortunately, momentum just takes him out of the game, and the lad just dinks it over Pope, and it's in for a fourth goal for Brentford. Like I say, and you can't say it's not been coming because it has, and it is
Wow.
fucking shocking, absolutely shocking. I expected us to concede today, but I didn't expect us to concede 4. And I think that's the disappointing thing for me. Absolutely awful.
We're rubbish, man. We're not a top team. We like to think that way. We're just rubbish, man. We play good once upon a time. We get motivated when we play against Liverpool and the rest of the lads. But that's our motivation. Just playing against a big team and hopefully, and that's our trophy. Is according to this team's performance. That's our trophy. Playing good against Man City, playing good against Liverpool. That's our trophy. That's what we celebrate. And partly approved by the mighty win here, who looks defeated because you cannot defend this nonsense any longer. So we should have an interesting match reaction after this game. But what a rubbish game.
Bruno plays it square now to Isak. Isak plays a ball into Wilson. Wilson's scrambling with 5 or 6 Brentford bodies there and no support whatsoever. Everybody's just standing away from him, and it's mental. Ball comes back to Trips. Trips again tries to. Oh, Palpy, what are you doing?
Man.
Palpy's lost the ball now, and Mbeumo's free on goal if he has a shot. He squares it, but Burns just gets to the. It was Tino or Burn. Dan Burn running back in the 93rd minute to save the blushes on the 5th goal going in. But what the fuck was Pope doing there?
We know how bad Pope is with his bloody.
Oh, Gordon, what the fuck are you doing?
And you get putting him in a position like that. Fuck me, man.
What the heck?
What the
Yeah,
hell?
but if you look there, right, look at our defenders.
Look at that. Well done, Dan Burn.
Wait, yeah, hold on. Before you say that, you look at the options that Popey had to pass to when he had the ball back. What defender run back to him to give him an angle?
No, but
behind Mbeumo.
Create when you know Pope's useless with his feet. It was crazy to pass back to him anyway.
Should have just hoofed it in the first touch.
But you can't hold on to the ball when you've got players that aren't supporting you, mate.
Oh, and there's Bruno trying a 360 and losing it again.
Oh, my God.
You know what? Just give up on the fucking game, man. Don't score. Don't try to score nothing, because all you do is wasting my time changing thumbnails, man. We're going to lose.
Who was that ball to? Who was that fucking ball to? That is just... I mean, it's shocking. It really is shocking. And now they're just drawing the time out now because, like I say, this game has been won for a long time. You know, and this was my argument at the start of the game. You know, why would you not, instead of changing the team? You know, if you'd have put these bodies on at the start, you'd have said, you know what, these guys are mentally knackered from what happened on Wednesday night, because it's the whole team. But the back 4 today, I mean, apart from, and the only one I can give a little bit of credit to is Tino, who seems to have really put a shift in. But the others have been fucking dog, absolutely dog. And even the midfielders. You know, I mean, even Longstaff was better than J7 today. And that's saying something. Bruno's been the typical Bruno, trying to get something out of a game that's just not there. Fucking Man City seeing this lad, I do not know.
I didn't even change the score for this thing. That's how defeated I am too.
There you go. The final whistle,
Oh.
guys. It's Brentford 4, Newcastle 2.
Well,
Awful
that's
second
the.
half.
Fuck me, man.
Absolutely awful second half. And like I say, I'll stand
So
and
we
be
are now 12th and we could go 13th tomorrow if Man
Yeah,
U
yeah.
win.
That is shocking.
It is dog shit.
Well,
And,
ladies and gentlemen.
you know, like I said, to put things in perspective. we
No, there's
shoulda
no
won the
perspective,
first
by the
half.
way. There's no perspective. There's no perspective.
And then the second half, you know, as you've said, Gary, why he didn't change Bruno, change J7 at half time instead of waiting until whatever the minute it was he came on. You know, he kept him on for another. Wasn't long, was it?
No. But I tell you what, look, we're going to leave that for the instant match reaction. Right now, we're going to do a full-time reaction as we always do to bring in our opinion. And we're also going to share the link with you guys to come and have your say about what's happened tonight. Newcastle United losing 2-4 to Brentford away. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to everybody that's donated. Keep your donations coming on the next stream coming up. Literally, go to the homepage and we should be live. We're going to be going live in literally 2-3 minutes. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you to all the mods. We'll see you right now on the instant match reaction. We'll see you there, folks.